Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of 4Player Podcast. My name is Nick Henderson. I am a writer and co-founder over at 4Player Network. If this is your first time listening, please look for us on iTunes and subscribe. Doing so will keep you up to date with not only this podcast, but our sister shows Cocktail Time and Audible Impressions as well. If you haven't already, swing by the website at 4playernetwork.com and join our gaming community by signing up for a free account. And last but not least, please don't forget to tune in every night over at 4pp.tv to watch us broadcast games, record podcasts, and interact with the community. But enough about that, it's time to talk about video games. Let's get started.
Guys, welcome to a 4-Player Podcast special. We're going to talk about all the sweet games coming out in 2013. How about we start at the top, Nick?
Wow, is that really how we're starting the show?
Yes. Oh, I forgot to introduce Mike and Nolan. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
BioShock Infinite.
No, wait.
Tell us why you're less excited about that game than DMC.
Really? Is that... No, we're not...
No, this is it. No. This is it.
Do it.
This is the show.
Why? Come on. Oh.
Wait, why don't you let me go down my list and then you do your list later?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Why would you start with BioShock Infinite? That comes out in March.
But who gives a shit when they come out?
It's in 2013,
We're
though,
talking about hype, man.
I know.
Hype.
Is
So
that game
you-
back on track? Last I heard, it was.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
It
even
got
like
pushed back like a month or something, but it's cool.
and people that have been playing it say it's pretty fucking sweet.
Cool.
God damn it, Brad.
Unlike Tomb Raider.
So we'll get to that. So let's start with Anarchy Reigns. That comes out in January 8th.
Well, actually, Unchained Blades comes out before that, but we don't need to talk about that game because really, who knows shit about that game? Let's talk about Anarchy Reigns.
I fucking hate you so
Anarchy
much.
Reigns. Here's the thing: it's going to be $30.
Yep.
The game's all right. Now, I'll say the single
Anarchy
player's
Reigns?
all right.
Yeah.
Now-
How about we say what Anarchy Reigns
What
is?
is it?
Oh, it's
Mike doesn't even know
it's
what
the new
Anarchy Reigns
Platinum. You've seen me play. It's the Platinum Games, like online brawler.
Oh, yeah. I saw you play it for a little bit.
It's the sequel to Mad World, the spiritual
is. Been out for
successor
a while in Japan.
to Mad World. I would say it's more than a spiritual successor because half the characters in it are from Mad World.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it features characters from other games.
And it features continuations of stories started in Mad World. It's a sequel to Mad World.
Okay.
But it's an online brawler. And maybe because Mad World didn't sell that well, they want to change the name. Little did they know, this new one's probably going to sell way less than even Mad World. But here's
Is
the thing.
it that bad of a game?
No, well,
It's not that it's that bad. It's just not that good.
Wait, it's not even that. It's that the single player content it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, game is designed from the ground up to be a multiplayer online game, and unfortunately, I had a Japanese version of a 360 copy of the Japanese version of the game, and no one was playing online when I got around to playing that game.
Whoa.
Like no one. So I didn't really get to enjoy all the fruits of playing that game online. But it's coming out here. It's only going to be $30.
But
You know,
let's not forget it's not being marketed for shit.
yeah, of course not. I mean, Sega doesn't even have money to market the fucking game. They're in dire straits right now. But the thing is, I think enough people within our own community will hopefully pick it up. I think we all need to agree on a version to get.
Yeah.
But
There's multiple versions.
well, the PS3 and the
PS3.
360
Oh,
version,
gotcha.
and then we'll maybe through online nights we'll play it some because there is potential there. There's like a cool mode where sort of like a death ball kind of like an extreme sports like
Legends
mode.
of the Hidden Temple.
No, like Death Throw, the Xbox game Death
Yeah.
Throw, and you take the fighting system, but you're playing like an extreme like futuristic sport,
Okay.
and it's pretty cool. It reminds me of like a Blitzball or something,
I do like me some Blitzball.
Yeah. I
or
played a lot
Death
of
Throw
that.
if you played
Brings me
that.
back.
And that mode seems really cool, but I was never able to get into an online match, so hopefully that's really cool. I'm excited about it. Probably gonna pick it up.
I didn't know it was $30. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but $30, that's a smart decision. An even smarter decision might have been downloadable in 20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't think
I think it would.
this game has no chance of any sort of
like
success.
with a company like Sega who can't afford to market the game, and like I'm surprised it's even coming out at all.
Yeah.
Why the hell not put it as a downloadable title? At least people will see it.
Yeah.
People aren't going to walk into a store, see that on a shelf, and walk out of the store
Yeah,
with it.
it's
just not gonna happen.
Honestly, they should have just sort of cut the single player content altogether, released it as just a multiplayer thing.
That
To
would have been good.
download and
Almost
make
like
$20.
Starhawk.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Starhawk
Starhawk
maybe
or-
should have done, or
Gotham City Imposters.
yeah,
something
Gotham
like
City
that.
Imposters.
But it's a Platinum Games game, so we'll obviously be playing it.
It's cool. It is
Yeah.
well made, and they put a lot of thought into the online modes. So keep an eye out.
And that is
Cool.
January 8th,
Yep.
2013. Moving on with 2013 releases.
Yeah.
DMC Devil May Cry, January 15th.
Nick's excited. He's played the demo like 10 times.
Yeah, the demo's
Yeah.
pretty good. I like it. I think
You have not played the demo.
I'm gonna
10
play it.
times.
No, he has.
Why?
I fucking love that game, man. I'm
It's
excited.
not like you're discovering new shit every time you play.
But it's the
Combos and
gameplay.
shit.
He
I
likes
like-
the getting better at the combat system,
And
so
I'm-
you're ready for the full release.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't get super deep into combat systems very often.
This is
but-
not a game I will buy, but it is a game I will definitely play.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
better. After
I'll
all
play
this
it.
shit, you better fucking play
Well,
it.
of course, of
not
course.
a
I mean,
buy for me
here's the
either.
thing. There's been a lot of confusion as to whether I've been shitting on this game or not. I mean, I've been deeply fucking concerned, but I like Ninja Theory. And I think they're a company that makes good games. And I don't doubt that this game will have things about it that are good. I don't think it's going to be enslaved because, I don't think they have that personalized original
is,
IP touch. But it's...
I mean, I'm coming from the corner that was liked Enslaved, but wasn't super thrilled by it.
But you know what
Yeah.
I did recently? I popped in Devil May Cry 4, and that is a beautiful, beautiful 60 frames a second game. And there's a lot. That game came out years ago.
Nolan looks like he wants to say something.
I do. I just thought of this off the fly. Can we say buy, rent, or pass?
What? That's maybe rent.
I was gonna.
They're
rent it.
all. I mean, what is that with fucking?
It's
with
just
with
fun.
GameClub. I'm probably gonna be
it's
renting
just-
Bioshock.
it's just
What is
a little-
that?
I'm gonna buy. I give it a buy. Like something like that.
Okay, Nolan, I'll play your game.
I give it a wet fart.
It's Brad's recommendation.
No, I give it a rent. Moving on.
I'll give it a fucking
a
buy.
wet fart.
Oh no! This is where you explain why you're more excited for DMC
No, that's not where I explain.
than Bioshock.
You know what? You may be surprised when I get
Is
my
that
top
your number
5.
one? Oh wait, that's not your
Okay.
top 5.
We're by the way, at the end of this podcast, after we finish going over all these games in 2013, we're gonna do our individual top 5s
Yeah, chat's not working.
for 2013.
What do you
So
need chat to work for?
So I can look at chat when they remind us about shit we forgot.
So I'm excited for DMC. Comes out January 15th.
Yep.
Moving on. We're getting a Hitman HD collection at the end of
Eh.
January. I mean, how does this fucking
No,
happen? They're
already
already in
too much time. Already
HD.
too much time.
No, they're not.
Let's just move on.
Yeah,
Let's
we don't need to talk about it yet. It's happening.
How much
They're,
is
they're in HD on the PC. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Better?
Yep. Sure. Let's go.
Okay, fine. Dead Space 3? February 5th?
Well, you're skipping shit. You skipped Nino Kuni.
Yeah. You.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That is-
rude.
that is
You're
a
right,
game
you're
I'm
right.
really looking forward
You're
to.
right. You're right. Well, I'm going multi-platform first as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, okay.
So let's.
That's why your list is too complicated.
No, we're going multi. Fine, whatever. Nino Kuni.
Yes.
Hell yes.
I'm excited.
Wrath
for
of the
that.
White Witch. Let's
Level
not forget the
5.
subtitle.
Level 5.
Studio Ghibli.
Studio Ghibli.
I love
Ghibli,
Level
yeah.
5. I love Studio Ghibli. Is it Ghibli or Ghibli?
I always say Ghibli.
I say
I
Ghibli.
say Ghibli.
Ghibli.
It's Ghibli.
Ghibli.
I don't
Giblets?
fucking know.
I give it a wet fart.
No.
Studio-
Studio's gonna be good.
No,
I
I'm excited.
hope it's gonna be good.
I hope so as well. I mean,
Did
it
you
looks
play the
really
demo?
good.
The demo was pretty decent.
I didn't
mean,
play the demo.
The thing is, RPGs don't demo well. I mean, I
Yeah,
played
that's the problem.
I played the demo at E3 and I was like, this doesn't seem bad.
I'm more concerned that the game didn't sell at all in Japan, and
Oh, it
that,
didn't?
and that
It
the
really
reviews were, mediocre to decent. I don't know, but you know what? They've fucked up before. Like Japan didn't receive Demon Souls very well,
That's true.
and
Love that game.
I feel like we saw the merits in that. So
I mean,
we'll see.
Dark
But
Souls,
my only concern is that maybe it's like it's not deep enough, or like they don't have enough like interesting systems to keep you. I feel like a good Japanese RPG succeeds most on having like really addictive systems, like whether it be battle systems or the subsystems that sort of like feed into that.
Yeah, I'm really
progression
addic-
systems. Like if you don't have really good hooks there, then I think the story and the characters have to be exceptional to hook you.
Yeah.
And honestly, Japanese RPGs haven't been that. in a
well,
long time.
Xenogears has totally hooked me. I've been playing that game for 62 hours.
No, I know. I'm saying in a long.
In a while, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since Japanese RPGs were sort of the height of storytelling in video
Yeah.
games. You know, it's
I remember those days.
Me
Yeah,
too.
those
There's-
were good games.
There has been a shift.
well, it's more so that everything else got better,
Yeah, that's
and the standards, the bar has been raised, and
lot.
honestly,
Naughty Dog. Had
if we evaluate like Final Fantasy 6 or 7 or whatever by today's standards, it would be kind of rubbish.
Well,
Like,
that's why
but
I
back
like
then,
Xenogears so much. It's an update of
Yeah.
the entire JRPG system.
but
you know?
even that seems really fucking dated in terms of like the way that story's told. It's so
yeah, I mean,
like,
it's
just-
definitely got like this old school feel to it, but it has that huge open world, which is what I always kind of had a
Oh,
problem
no,
with
sure.
JRPGs as time went by.
Yeah.
You know, you have this huge open world, like the Elder Scrolls, like you had like an open world game, but JRPGs never really kind of did that, and Xenogears seems
Definitely not the same way.
Yeah, they did it in a different way, and
Yeah.
it depends, I guess, to the extent in
The
which.
thing is, like games like Elder Scrolls stick with like big open world, but it's like everything in that open world is like realistic and interactive. While in JRPGs, a lot of the time they'll be.
Well, yeah, the open world is fairly plain. There's not a whole lot to do.
all
in
right,
it.
let's move on.
Yeah, that's true.
Nino Kuni, Studio Ghibli. I love Studio Ghibli. Some of my
Yeah,
favorite
that's the
games
thing, I
ever.
love
Yeah.
Studio Ghibli.
It looks
I
nice.
mean, I think that's.
I'm gonna rent it.
I think Studio Ghibli's name is going to sell this game more than anything else.
I mean,
But if it can sell it in Japan,
yeah, that's the thing. Studio Ghibli's huge in Japan. Huge.
yeah, you know.
But it's also a PS3 exclusive.
Yeah.
Because I
Y'all,
haven't
y'all
checked-
like Studio Ghibli, but how many people here have seen The Secret World of Arrietty?
I meant to see that and I didn't,
I've been meaning to.
but I heard it was damn good.
Yeah.
Am
Like,
I
it's
right?
one of those. I mean, I'll get around to seeing it eventually. You know, it's
What
definitely.
Studio Ghibli movies haven't been good? Besides Grave of the Fireflies.
What?
I was just sad.
It was really good.
And I'm not saying it's bad, it just makes me sad.
So that game comes out January 22nd.
Yep.
So that's all that shit's coming out first month.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
There's going to be a busy next few months.
Yes, and Brad, by any means, if you need to slip in and bring up a game that I'm looking mostly at multi-platform stuff right now.
All right,
so
just go ahead.
so
I don't
squeeze it
really
in if
know
you need
about
to.
the
I'm going to give
dates.
Nino Kune a rent.
I'm buying it. But
I'll probably
If I
pick
like
up-
it, I'll buy it.
I'll pick it up used.
Dead Space 3.
Meh. I've never played a Dead Space game still.
we'll see.
Oh wow, that's
I'll
weird.
probably rent it. I have not
Really?
finished 2.
Wow.
I've not played much of 2.
So that's February 5th. That's coming up. Here's
Dead
the-
Space 2 is pretty fun.
Yeah, Dead Space in general is like I love the franchise. I was a huge fan of the first one and the second one. The early stuff they've been using to market this particular game though has been less than stellar because they've been really focusing on the co-op stuff and
Oh
like
yeah, they're changing
there was-
up the systems, right?
Yeah, but then they started finally shifting the focus because I'm sure they saw a lot of the backlash to it because a lot of people were like, "That looks now it looks like Gears of War." So like, okay, well, let's show them the good stuff, and now they're showing a lot of the atmospheric stuff, the story-driven stuff, and the actual interesting things they're doing with the co-op, like they'll. I'm not sure how it's going to work in context of the story, but like the other character you're playing is like slowly losing his mind, but he doesn't know anything about why he's losing it. Like, because the one character you play as, or I guess the main character will play as, is Isaac from the first 2 games.
Yeah.
So he's familiar with necromorphs and how they work and why he's losing his mind and shit. But the other character that's playing the game doesn't know any of this shit, so he's losing his mind, and he'll actually see things in the world in the game, like he'll hallucinate things that the other player can't see. Which I think could add, or if they use that well, could be a really interesting dynamic. But
Could be interesting.
That sounds
They
cool,
tried- they
but
tried to-
something tells me the game's not going to rely on that.
yeah, the thing is, I think
Too much.
Fear 3 tried to do that a little bit to a degree, and I think that failed pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Am I right, Brad? Can I get an amen on that?
How do I copy this?
Brad doesn't know how to use a
What do you
phone.
use? Oh, God, that's why.
I mean,
You just
Google
hold it
Docs.
down, right? Just
Oh man!
put your finger
It's
down.
in docs.
Hold on, calm down, killer.
All right,
But I need to look at the list.
No, you don't.
I'm moving on. Another game comes out the same day as Dead Space
You're
3.
trying to copy everything?
Yeah. Pop
Keep
it on
talking.
something I can edit.
Same day as Dead Space 3, which is February 5th, is going to be Sly Cooper 4, Thieves in Time.
Yeah.
I'm not
Man,
gonna play
really?
it.
The only reason I'm is because it's not Sucker Punch.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Oh wait, you're right. You're right. It's not. No, I just saw that.
It is the guys who did the Sly collection. They're making an original Sly game, so I'm a little.
That's
hesitant.
right. That's right. I forgot what the name of the studio was.
Damn it, Nolan.
Hey, Brad.
Get away from
I
his
copied it.
shit.
Oh,
Have you
thanks.
played the other? Sly
If you would just
Coopers?
calm down and let me do it.
Have you guys played the other Sly Cooper?
I've never played a Sly game.
I have the
Unfortunately.
HD collection, and I've been wanting.
I've-
to
I just
I've-
don't have
so
the
long.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
my problem.
No.
whole lot of
I've
games.
played all of the original Sly and like 70% of Sly 2. It's a good series. It is.
Yeah. I'm
But
not
you
saying
know,
it's not. I
you know,
just
by the time 3 came
don't have
out,
the
people were
time.
already saying that it was getting a little tired. Like
Yeah.
they didn't do enough new stuff, and now
Yeah.
it's like a new developer altogether. I don't
And it
know.
looks a lot like the other ones. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't look like they're doing anything.
Did you guys
drastically
ever
different.
complete the Jack and Daxter trilogy?
No, I finished the second one.
That-
No, I got almost the end of the second one. Didn't finish.
No,
it.
but
that was one of my favorite
that was holy shit.
platformers.
But that is not doesn't really pertain to anything. So
Yeah,
let's
it doesn't.
move on.
Yes, exactly.
I
Uh,
think it
Jack and
pretends
Daxter.
something.
I think
4.
there's a couple of handheld games coming out in February that I'm excited about.
Okay.
One most excited about, one of the reasons I got my 3DS, Fire Emblem Awakening, I think it's called.
It is called Awakening.
Yeah, super excited for that. This is, you know, a new original fucking Fire Emblem game, and from what I hear, it's like pretty great. It's been out in Japan for a while, and the last one that came out here was kind of a letdown. The last couple actually. So I'm
I don't
excited.
have any current gen handhelds,
That's
either.
probably okay actually.
so I'm not going to be playing a
There's-
whole lot of handheld games.
there's
You
not-
can play mine when I'm not playing mine.
There's
You
not
don't have a 3DS.
Yeah, I do.
I thought Brad had your 3DS.
I finally got it back.
There's not many amazing reasons to own any other handhelds
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
the thing. I mean, I'm still not. Well,
I got
so that's the thing. I'll get to it later.
But
That's the thing you'll get to later.
Yep.
Okay.
Etrian
forget.
Odyssey, Etrian Odyssey 4 also comes out in February, I think.
was that some JRPG?
Some JRPGs.
Etrian Odyssey 4 is...
How could you tell? Was it the title?
Odyssey. I think it was the Odyssey.
It's the really cool, like, hardcore, like, sort of first-person dungeon crawler,
Okay.
but you sort of, like, draw the map as you go.
I'll make it easier for you to
Nice.
edit.
We'll just pop it up, open it in a program or something. It's it's like a super hardcore dungeon crawler. It's like a like a wizardry game or something
Okay.
or whatever. But you draw the map as you go, and it's like surprisingly stupidly satisfying. Like you create the map on the bottom screen as you
I
go.
really like
I played a bunch of the first one and the second one, and I really like that series.
Zelda, the first one on
Phantom
the
Hourglass?
Phantom Hourglass had that, and I really enjoyed the aspects of that. So that's one of the things I really liked.
I mean, though it's a grid-based dungeon crawler, like you're playing Legend of Grimrock now, right?
Yeah.
It's a grid-based
What
like
was that-
like
what-
that where.
What
But
was that other one that was on the DS that was like that grid based game?
There was an Etrian Odyssey.
Etrian Odyssey.
Okay, it was Etrian.
also, the Shin Megami Tensei. I forget what one of the Shin Megami Tensei games. I'm blanking. I played it. The futuristic one. Shin Megami Tensei game.
I don't know.
Nocturne?
Nope.
I have no idea.
Somebody in chat will let us know.
I can't remember.
But whatever. Yeah, it's like that. I'm excited. Anyways.
Cool. Next up, this is, oh god, February 12th. Aliens, Colonial Marines from Gearbox Studios.
That's
Is
your-
I've,
that's your.
that's supposed to look pretty
I know.
cool. I mean, I heard that was looking pretty
So that's
good.
your-
If I'm
so
thinking of
if
the
you
right
edit it,
game.
we're gonna see it too. But just letting you know.
What are you talking about over there?
Nothing. I'm helping Brad. What?
Aliens, Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
Looks like an Aliens game.
It does.
There's been a lot of
Nobody in chat named Strange Journey. Sorry,
Strange Journey.
Strange Journey. Shin Megami Tensei.
Didn't
Strange
play
Journey.
that one.
It was cool.
I don't want to
Except
go
Ocean
off
Mountains.
on Aliens too much because I am
You need to be
I am-
highly skeptical about that one.
Yeah.
cautiously optimistic. Mainly because
Nick, you're cautiously optimistic about every game.
maybe so. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Aliens franchise in a weird way, in that Aliens is not my favorite Aliens movie.
What is?
Alien 3.
Really?
That is
Yeah.
Right, okay, moving on.
Wait, no, but so this is based off of not one of my favorite movies, but it looks like a pretty legit atmospheric sci-fi first-person shooter.
Yeah.
But there's also been a lot of skepticism surrounding it. And all the stuff they've been letting us play and stuff at conventions has been multiplayer, which I really honestly don't give a shit about.
Yeah, they do that a lot with games.
Yeah. He's trying to tell the audience listening at home at 4pp.tv
That's actually not what he's doing.
something. Wait, what are you doing? Oh,
He's
he's
trying
trying to
to-
speak to Chris.
He's trying to speak to a higher being who could maybe magically open that door.
Somewhere else.
The next game
Another
I'm excited about is Chris Let the Dogs In.
I heard that has really good co-op mode to it.
It's a sequel to They're Making a Lot of Noise Outside.
That's too funny. Oh god.
Nice.
Why? I don't know.
That's
Why,
PS3
I don't know
only,
why we
though.
bring
Yeah,
our
yeah.
dogs to the office.
The exclusive PS3.
Yeah, that's why I didn't play the first one.
Oh, Skyliners in chat
Skyliner.
who sent us a doggy bone that we gave to
Nice.
the dogs. One of them got horribly sick last night and diarrhea and vomited all over their room.
That's
Not
horrible.
saying it's Skyliner's bone, but that was the last thing they ate.
Hey, is Deathwing in
It's the
chat?
thought that counts, Skyliner. It's all right.
Deathwing spelled
Skyliner,
D-A-E.
aka dog poisoner. No, I'm just kidding.
A-E-T-H. There's a person like that in chat.
Who?
Deathwing, but death is spelled D-A-E-T-H.
Yeah, Deathwing. Deathwing, very generous Deathwing. You've met Deathwing?
No, I see in chat.
Dathwing? I don't think so.
Day
I don't
of
think so.
Fling.
Okay.
Oh my god, you people are.
What's the next game?
I can't keep up with you folks. So yeah, Aliens is February 12th. February 19th, we got 2 games coming out.
Yep.
Crisis 3.
Meh.
Nobody else here excited for Crisis 3?
No,
Oh god, you people suck.
I'm really not.
not at all.
Damn it! Why do I always have to be alone at the table, excited about a game?
I think they should just cancel Crisis 3
Crisis 3 looks really good.
and make. Oh, there's a game I forgot to add to the list. Homefront 2.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's you can add that to the list of things
No, I
that
was
may
kidding.
or may not
We're
happen.
not adding to the list.
Oh, okay.
You know
Whatever.
what?
I
We
can
also
never-
can't add to the list a new Time Splitters because fuck Crytek.
Womp womp.
I mean, they're what? Why I gotta be that way? They're making a damn good game.
There's gonna
Crisis
be
is
the- Oh, go ahead. I'm
Crisis
sorry.
is a fantastic game. It's a fantastic shooter.
Except they bought Time Splitters, guys.
Why can none of us think tonight? None of
They
Nolan
bought,
and I kept trying to think
They
of stuff.
bought the fucking Time Splitters guys, and instead of letting them do a Time Splitters game, they're having them do Homefront 2. That's not cool. Fuck you of the week, bitch. All right, what's next?
Same day as Crisis 3 is Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Yes,
That is
Moving
a game
on.
I'm
Yes.
Moving on. I'm not excited
I'm
for this
going-
game.
I'm going to-
I hope this game gets canceled.
That's rude, Nick.
That is very rude.
That's inconsiderate.
There's a lot of people looking forward to Metal Gear Rising.
Fuck you guys. Seriously.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty cold.
Uh,
Platinum Games needs a hit.
That's
you know,
cold.
if this
They-
isn't
they-
isn't a hit, they could
They
just
do
go
need
away.
they do need a good game.
well, they
Vanquish
have
is a
plenty
pretty
of
good
good games.
I'm not saying Bayonetta wasn't good. I'm saying they need a,
A commercially
criti-
successful
Exactly.
game.
Thank
Commercially
you. A
successful
game.
commercially good game.
They're
They need to sell well.
but you know what?
They need money.
Like from what I understand,
I'll send them money.
a preview build or people were invited to an event of like I guess from what I understand to be a completed game.
Yeah.
And they were invited to play about like 80% of the fucking game, and those previews have been very positive.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Like the word on the street is the game's badass. So
Awesome.
I'm excited.
yeah.
Well, as good as Vanquish is,
Yeah.
considering what they, I mean,
I
that's only-
I really don't have any doubt the game's
And
going to be
Bayonetters.
brutally awesome.
yeah, exactly. They've proven they can do an excellent combat system.
And there's a
So,
really cool. There's
I'm not
re-
worried about it at all.
if you pre-order from GameStop, which you know,
yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to pre-order from GameStop,
but
I
they have
kinda want.
they have a really badass Gray
If you
Fox
want, you
outfit.
can have my code. I don't really give a shit. I'm not going
Oh,
to use
sweet.
it.
Like
Have you seen the outfit?
Yes.
Frank Yeager from
Yeah, I know.
Metal Gear
It's-
Solid.
okay.
It's really fucking cool. Here's the other thing. Have you seen Raiden's Metal Gear Solid Rising outfit? Because that one's not very cool.
With like his spiky hair
Yeah,
and stuff.
and spiky heels. I just don't like.
Yeah.
I think he looks really stupid in that game.
Spiky heels like Bayonetta.
Yeah,
Stilettos.
it's because so he can hold his sword in his heels.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, man. I don't know. Sounds interesting.
I don't ever never liked Raiden.
Yeah, you can use my code. I don't care.
Sweet. Get Frank.
Um,
What system are you buying it on?
I think 360.
Okay. I guess I, can
think.
get it on 360.
I don't remember. I already have it pre-ordered. Who knows? So yeah, that game looks pretty sweet. I was just
I
kidding.
mean, we've talked about it a lot. I mean,
I really was just kidding when I was.
I played it
am
once. Did y'all ever get around to playing that
The demo.
the demo that came with Zone of the Enders?
I didn't buy Zone of the
No,
Enders, so-
but it's still sitting on my shelf. I haven't even opened Zone
Yeah,
of the
Nick,
Enders.
open it so I can play the demo.
Play the demo.
How
it's
about I
cool.
open it
I'd
so
like.
I
Do you
can
have
play
it?
the
I'd
demo?
like to play the demo.
I don't have it anymore.
Maybe I'll open it. Yeah, fuck you guys. Okay. Oh, here we go. By the way, feel free to insert anything I missed because I'm moving
Sure.
on to March.
Well, yeah, I know. I'll just clean
Yeah,
it
we'll
up
just
after.
clear it up afterwards.
March 5th is Tomb Raider. Go.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider Absolute Conviction.
No Tomb Raider Absolute Convention.
Conviction.
Drake's Revenge.
Drake's Revenge plus multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the news that
so-
came out today.
Yeah.
The new Tomb Raider, that really challenging atmospheric game about, puzzle solving and isolation and survival. That game is in death-defying leaps.
Sharks.
That is now
Sorry,
a multiplayer.
Swimming.
Yeah.
It is now a multiplayer Uncharted knockoff.
You know, I thought it was weird. Like the only when I
Well, Brad,
the few details that are out so far about the multiplayer, I thought were like the game they're drawing inspiration from to craft their multiplayer is actually Guardian of Light, Lara Croft. So they're looking at co-op, which
Wait,
that's kind of an
what?
odd.
Like co-op multiplayer?
Like there's I don't know. There's probably gonna be that shitty deathmatch, I'm sure, but there's
Yeah.
also they're apparently looking into co-op, kind of a la Guardian
Yeah.
of Light,
What?
Lara Croft Guardian of
You
Light.
mean co-op?
Yeah, so co-op.
Yes, co-op.
I
Like,
wouldn't-
like the Guardian of Light was co-op through the
I
story.
can't think of a single.
That's not what's going to be in this game.
yeah.
I can't think of a single situation in Tomb Raider where there was more than one person, like
no,
doing anything.
it's
Yeah.
fucking Tomb Raider is a
why
lot.
is it going to have multiple? What are you going to do with multiplayer? in Tomb Raider?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
They will do
Sounds
absolutely
ridiculous.
fucking nothing
gonna be horrible.
interesting
That doesn't
with-
sound.
by putting
I don't think the Uncharted games need a multiplayer. Like they weren't fun at all.
But Uncharted made a lot of money.
I know it made a
Nolan.
lot of money, but that's
So
because it's a
naturally
good
we got to
game.
copy
Yeah,
it
exactly.
and completely change Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
and
It's team
make it
deathmatch
more
with survivors
like
versus the bad
Uncharted.
guys.
That's stupid.
whatever makes a lot of money. That's
Either
well,
way,
that's like any like Uncharted had that. It was like like not mercenaries, whatever you like, adventurers versus pirates. I mean, so it's stupid.
Sure, but what's going to keep people from trading their game back into GameStop? A multiplayer mode.
I bet you there's going to be a code.
I
You
bet
get the
you.
online.
Why are they
Activation
doing
code.
this?
you know what? I'll sell that code
Why?
for
Why?
$10.
Close
I will
my
never
eyes.
use it.
You know what's gonna be cool though? I mean, think about it though. Like, you're way up on like some fucking temple ledge, and there's a dude shooting at you, and to get out of the way, you do a swan dive into some like
badass
lake down
water.
below.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's no swimming in the new Tomb Raider because it's not a fucking Tomb Raider game.
Nope.
Like, this game is resembling a Tomb Raider game less and less and less.
It's
and
like the
less.
original Assassin's Creed. Water is deadly.
Oh god, this
There's no swimming.
They said
Not even like surface swimming.
You can't like wade in the water.
you do wade through water like waist high water.
That's
Do,
not
like, one
fucking
section,
swimming.
yeah.
This is like a fucking like
There's
an
no
old Grand Theft Auto
breaststroke in
game.
this game.
She doesn't want to mess up her hair, Brad.
That is
Or her
sexist.
makeup.
Sexist Nolan. I'm gonna call you sexist Nolan.
It's not that she doesn't want to get her hair wet. It's that as the player, we want to protect her hair, her female hair from getting damaged. As male players,
split
we're
ends,
just-
Brad. Split ends.
Yeah.
That's not how you get split ends, Nick.
I don't fucking know how you get split ends. Do I look like I know how you get split ends?
You know what that sounds like to me? They're putting a multiplayer to cover up for their 5-hour fucking campaign. God damn it!
Yeah, that's gonna suck. But
I'm
can
so
replay it
scared.
on a harder difficulty, Brad.
I'm scared, guys. I'm so scared, man. Tomb Raider deserves better.
When you replay it on the harder difficulty, the puzzles will be harder.
You know what's funny? Up until I played Hitman Absolution, I would have been like, it's the same developers. They know what makes a good Tomb Raider game. Trust them. But after playing Absolution, terrified.
No, they're desperate to make a Tomb Raider game that tries to appeal to an audience that they don't have anymore for Tomb Raider.
Have you noticed, like I said, that all of the new, like, kind of, not revisions, but going back to these older games have all sucked? Conviction.
No, I mean that's subjective.
It's
like
subjective,
Conviction.
but it's true.
No, fuck you. I like Conviction a lot.
Okay. It was completely different than the original Splinter Cells, though.
True.
Some people may not like that. Absolution. Not as good as the original hit.
But also, no,
Tomb Raider, probably not going to be as good as the real. Like it just seems like they're trying to change things. Let's make it. This is the new thing, and this is going to be cool. But it never works out.
Okay, I
don't
get
buy
sometimes
that
accused of like, oh, DMC Hitman or fucking Splinter Cell, like they're changing something, so I automatically assume it's going to be bad. Like that isn't so much my issue with this. Like I actually believe Crystal Dynamics can make a good game. I mean, I think Crystal Dynamics is a good studio that makes good games. I think I think their previous
Legacy
Tomb Raider
of
games
Kain.
have been really good. Legacy of Kain, absolutely.
it's amazing.
And even when they remember, I was very skeptical about Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, but that was good. I really
good.
liked that.
That
It
was
was
a
on
good
my top 10 of that
dude,
year.
I fucking love that game.
Yeah, it was on my top 10 of that year. It was a great cooperative experience. But like what they're showing of this game, what they're saying of this game, fucking multiplayer, no swimming, like
Cover-based
good game or
shooting.
not, that doesn't sound like Tomb Raider.
Nope.
And it doesn't sound just good in general. It doesn't sound like it's really taking advantage of the talents of Crystal Dynamics, most importantly, and that worries me. I think they're gonna try to be like Naughty Dog, but just not pull it off. Honestly, when you look at Tomb Raider Underworld and those places that they were trying to ape Uncharted, that's where the game was its weakest, and cutscenes and stuff, obviously, but when they were trying to do more dynamic animations like Uncharted instead of the stuff they used before, the game became kind of messy and glitchy, and it just came off as a half-assed Uncharted. I don't like them trying to be something else. I just want them to make the games that they know how to make and that they do well.
I agree. I mean, I
Or
would
just
consider.
fucking make Tomb Raider 2 Anniversary.
I will
because-
consider
that'd be
it.
good.
The thing is, I will consider it a success to some degree if they can make Lara Croft an interesting character.
I don't,
I'm sorry, but I
Like-
know that pisses you off. But yes, that is how I
because
feel.
we have fucking like Uncharted, or
Yeah.
we have Last of Us to look forward to. We have fucking games like Walking Dead
We have
or
those
whatever. We can look
characters.
forward to those games to do those things that you like in video games. There's no way that this is going to be that. There's no fucking way.
I disagree with you on that, but we'll
Really?
see. Yeah.
like everything they showed, like of the story beats,
They've only
honestly,
shown
have-
stuff in the first 2 hours of the game.
and that has been kind of lame. It's been kind of lame.
I'm not making a judgment based on the 2 hours of the game, like character progression wise.
That's fine, but
that's my-
you played the first 2 hours of The Walking Dead, and you knew right there, along with everybody at this table, that's fucking awesome.
No, I think this character has potential if they take it in a direction that's interesting.
You think the premise has potential? What they've shown, like in execution,
That's what I'm
has.
saying. The premise has
But,
lots
but
of
like
potential.
all kinds of fucking premises have potential.
Well, I'm not saying it's a guaranteed success.
all in the
It could
execution,
vary.
exactly.
It could. It's
Hitman-
all in the execution.
Hitman had potential.
Yes, it did.
Well,
it was
but
horrible.
but whatever. We didn't go into Hitman saying that game's gonna work on me on a story level.
That's true.
You said
mean-
the person who played it just pressed forward, right? That's what they
the
both
that
did.
was- that was the analogy
He
he
was
was
essentially
using.
saying that he just felt like he was just going through the motions, like he's just holding forward the whole time.
It was very automated.
That doesn't sound like fun.
But then again, some of the stuff we played at E3 in the more open areas didn't feel automated. Where I was like hunting deer and climbing trees and cutting, getting the bow and arrow and shit. Like that didn't feel. But then again, there's lots of stuff they've also shown that's kind of QT.
How
In-
is the
in
game world
Slave-
completely open, or is it just
No.
sections?
No,
Section.
that's my biggest disappointment is because when this game was first talked about, they kind of suggested this is going to be like an open world Tomb Raider game, but it's actually just
Sort of has an open
It's,
structure.
it's like
Yeah.
big open areas that are connected with loading screens.
But you can pop back and forth when you unlock camps. But
Yeah,
what,
campfires
here's the
or
thing:
whatever.
like think about a game like Enslaved. That had really kind of weak platforming. That honestly, when you hear this new one described, like the way platforming works, it makes me think of that. But that game was a success for me because Ninja Theory has a special talent at writing characters, like executing it, like acting. Out those characters, at least showing all the Andy Serkis stuff and his directed stuff
Yeah.
with the last two games Ninja Theory did.
Wait, really? He did this?
Yeah. He directed cutscenes in both those games.
I didn't know that.
But the thing is, like
Very talented.
man, Crystal Dynamics can't fall back. Oh well, our gameplay's kind of lame, but we'll fall back on the stuff we're fucking geniuses at.
You're misunderstanding me. You're thinking that I'm telling you that the game's going to be great, and that or could be great. I have all the same concerns you do. I am not in any way, shape, or form downplaying the concerns because I have all of them. I share them with you. I don't want this game to be a corridor push forward and to win game. I don't want it to be that. I want there to be exploration. I want there to be platforming. I want there to be puzzle solving. I don't want there to be much shooting at all in the game. And yes, everything they've shown us so far has been a lot of that.
There's not a lot of shooting because you stealthily take them out.
Well,
There's stealth.
Yes.
well, no, there's a lot of.
There is a
shooting.
button on the controller to not get raped.
There's a fucking multiplayer mode. There's a lot of shooting.
There's stealth
Uh-huh.
in a Tomb Raider game. That's interesting.
Yes, like
There
there is.
that
There
kind of
is.
stealth.
Interesting.
The thing is, they're showing all
It's
the
like
stuff.
Uncharted stealth.
They're trying to appeal to the audience that likes Splinter Cell and
And
Hitman
Uncharted.
and Call of Duty and
Uncharted.
I don't know if that's what the game really is or if that's just them showing the stuff to pull that audience in to get their money
only to have that stuff be there.
The irony here,
But that's
is
not the stuff we want.
the irony here is Crystal Dynamics used to have those chops. Like the writing and the acting was so good in Soul Reaver.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Right?
whoa.
It was so good in those Soul Reaver games.
Like the,
Back when they had Amy Hennig working at Crystal Dynamics, but she works on Uncharted now. And that's why those games work. You don't have her anymore, Crystal Dynamics.
But I get what you're saying, but she's not the only person in the world that can maybe write a good character or a good story.
Well, no, it's
So-
not just the way she writes the characters, but she writes the characters' dialogue
She does a
to be
fanta-
acted.
She does a fantastic job. I get that. That doesn't mean that without her, this game doesn't have the potential to have a good story and a good character.
Okay.
But let's stop talking about that because
Sure.
once again, it could go either way. They could fail miserably, or they could have the potential to make this character actually interesting for the first time, other than being just like the sex symbol
this is
that
predictions. What do you predict, Nick? What do you
I'm
predict?
concerned as fuck. I'm concerned as fuck.
I
But I'm
predict-
telling you what I hope it is.
That it's
We all hope it's great.
At this point, I kind of hope it's not bad.
based on what I
Like
heard,
that's like
No,
I
I
predict it's gonna suck.
I'm terrified. Like I want this game, no matter what it is. Well, I don't know. It's the kind of thing where if this thing is a huge rousing success, then I guess old Tomb Raider's
dead.
it's gone forever. You know, like imagine if Devil May Cry 2 sold 8 times as much as Devil May Cry 1. We probably would have had a lot more games like Devil May Cry 2. You know, it's you know, you want them all. You know, I love Crystal Dynamics. I want them all the success in the world, but I don't want this to be their future. You know,
Once again, I really think
kind of same with Ninja Theory, but I think Ninja Theory and Crystal Dynamics are the kind of thing where if it's not a success, maybe their future is like
Once
maybe
again-
there's not gonna make any more games.
I'm just concerned right now that what they're showing us is what the game actually is, and not like I want this to be like they're pulling the wool over our eyes, showing us the stuff that's going to attract the audience, like the big audience that they need. But the stuff that they're trusting in us to have faith in them that the stuff we want is there.
My worry
instead of
is-
showing it to us.
is lately what I've been seeing for games that I'm let down in is the best they have to offer is what they show, and then what's
Yeah.
left over is what's in the game.
Think about Hitman.
That's why
Exactly.
that's why I'm concerned.
Um,
So let's move on to a game that actually looks really awesome. Comes out the same day as Tomb Raider.
What's that?
South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Wow.
I'll play that.
I still want to see that game like a 20-minute demonstration of that game being played.
It'll come out.
That's what I want to see. THQ.
Well,
I don't know.
it comes like, I mean, I don't. I'm.
also Obsidian.
They might show it at CES.
Matt Parker and
but-
Trey Stone had a heavy hand in it, right?
Oh,
They
yeah,
had a
they're doing-
huge
they-
hand.
they
wrote it.
both hands.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about that game at all
Yeah.
either. Those guys.
Well, it is Obsidian, and
Well-
it is being published by THQ, which also in the news filed for bankruptcy.
What?
Yes.
Yeah,
Crazy.
That sucks,
Yeah.
especially right after the whole like humble.
but
Bundle.
they're such good. I mean, their musical one, Tony, right? Matt
Yes.
Parker and Trey Stone. I'm just
Correct.
saying
Oh,
they're
yeah.
extremely good at what they
Yeah,
do.
they are
Yeah,
very good.
I don't have quality. I think the
They didn't win a Tony.
I think
they,
this-
they won 9 Tonys.
9 Tonys. Oh,
Yes.
excuse me.
I think this.
and I saw that, and it was amazing.
That's
I'm
awesome.
not concerned about it because I think the spirit of South Park and the comedy of South Park will be nailed.
Yeah.
But it's the gameplay structures that I'm still kind of on the
I-
fence about.
I-
Nobody
I-
knows anything about this game.
Well-
Like, I mean, as far as like,
we know it's an RPG.
yeah,
That's
but
what-
like,
and we've seen some. It's a side
stick of
scrolling, you
truth.
know.
yeah.
you know,
So, but
fighting
I,
combat.
my
blah, blah, blah,
prediction-
so we've seen some stuff.
my prediction about this game is that it'll nail the South Park stuff, but the RPG elements will probably. I'm not saying they'll be bad, but I don't think they're gonna be anything special. I mean, it looks kind of like a classic, like a traditional like side scroll.
So that would be my concern
2D
too.
RPG.
That would be my concern too, and my fear too. But it is Obsidian.
They do some cool stuff.
Yeah, they do some cool RPGs. You know,
Obsidian. Didn't they do Summoner? No, that was Volition.
They
That
did
was
Alpha
Volition.
no,
Protocol.
fucking Obsidian is you know,
Knights of the Old Republic 2.
yeah.
Oh
New
yeah.
Vegas.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
You know, remnants of
The old
Um,
Fallouts.
yeah,
Yeah.
old Fallouts, Planescape Torment.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
they're also doing Project Eternity.
Those guys know how to make an
Project
RPG.
Eternity.
The trailer for that game made me laugh.
Oh yeah, because
Pretty
it's
hard.
filled with South Park humor.
Yeah. And
No, okay, yeah, South Park.
South
I'm
Park,
excited.
Obsidian.
I'm going to get both of those games on day one, and I was really excited about Tomb Raider, but I might just have to say fuck it and play South Park first.
Do it. Just do it.
I'm a little
So-
worried though, But the whole THQ thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
That's the
TH
worrying element.
Just because
but
they filed for
Obsidian-
bankruptcy does not mean they're going anywhere. It just means they filed for
Well,
bankruptcy.
it means they're going to be owned by somebody else, like from what I understand, a private company.
Yeah.
Now, and
which is probably going to change the way they do business a little bit.
yeah,
an extent, yeah.
which that they could make some
But you know
really big
what?
decisions, like
South Park,
You know
Maybe
what?
they can make some good decisions.
we can't make enough money on shipping Metro Last Light.
which is our next game on our list. Metro Last Light comes out on the 25th of March, and that game, like, can't praise the first Metro game enough. I fucking love that game. From a pure like atmospheric yeah, change my filter. I don't know. I don't think I would have made it through that game had you not been there to remind me to change my filter
Reload your gun.
every 5 goddamn minutes.
Yeah.
But that game did fucking atmosphere and post-apocalyptic
It did it well.
world so well, and this game looks like the demonstration, like even the E3 demonstration this year was, or was that even last year?
It was last year. 'Cause
Oh my
I saw
God.
it. I saw it.
Yeah, that was
last year.
because last year is when it was right next to the Saints Row 3 booth.
Yes.
So yeah, that was a year and a half ago. The game looked fucking awesome.
It's good. I mean, I have been
It
of
is
the
a shooter.
opinion that
Yeah.
I think Metro 2033 was a tad bit overrated. I just don't think there was enough to chew on there. I mean, it had a pretty cool atmosphere.
Never played it.
The
I heard
combat
about
was
it.
very
I
flawed.
wanted to play it.
You know, it
thing
was
is,
it was sort of fleeting. It didn't have like the scope of something like Stalker.
It has some room for
You know,
it has some room for improvement in the combat area. I mean, like it was satisfying.
But that's the thing. Like I don't even necessarily want that aspect. Like I don't want it to become a better shooter. I want it to become something more than just a linear shooter.
I agree.
You know, it's you know, you could call, like, some people make comparisons to like, oh, it's kind of like Half-Life. It's a very atmospheric shooter, but Half-Life had so much more going for it. It had all like this crazy cool physics with this awesome gravity gun and these, you know, puzzles and set pieces. But whatever.
I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how that game turns out.
Yeah.
Because the studio is not. I mean, it doesn't have a whole lot of stuff under their belt. At least not like big things to kind of like reference. But the first game did some awesome.
It did
awesome
well,
stuff.
and hopefully this one will improve on their falling short from the first one.
Yeah.
What,
There's shortcomings.
Thank you. That's the
No,
word I was-
okay, literally, Nolan and I all night long have been having moments where we've been like, we're talking about something, and then we're like, I can't think of what that thing was. Like we were referencing something from Harry Potter. Wait, no, what was it? The magic. We were talking about magic or something.
Magic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we were talking. Oh, I can't even think of it now.
BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, we were talking about Bioshock Infinite, and he was like, "What's the stuff called?
The abilities,
the
the
abilities he
power.
shoots out of his hand." And he was like, "It's not plasmids." And I was like, "Magic."
What is it?
It is magic. It's pretty much magic.
just
but-
call magic.
What's it called though?
In Bioshock Infinite,
Yeah, it's-
they don't call it plasmids this time.
Who cares? Speaking of Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock Infinite.
Does come out in
Soon.
March 26th.
Yep. I'm
Holy
excited.
shit! Bioshock Infinite comes out in
Yeah.
March.
Super
I'm
excited
excited.
for
I
that.
still got to play 2. I haven't.
Nah,
yet.
you don't. Yeah.
I downloaded it free off the PlayStation
You should
Network.
play it,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
don't
it's-
stop until you've played the DLC, which is called I don't know. I can't remember what it's called.
Minerva's
Minerva's Den.
I'll play it
I
after.
remembered something.
Yay!
I've been trying to work my way through Darksiders 2, which is such a huge fucking game.
Yeah.
But once
I
I get
pretty
done
much
with
did
that,
just the core, like what you need to do to finish that game. And I liked it a lot.
I want to beat the Crucible, man. I
You,
want to do
you
it.
would want to beat the Crucible, you
It's
crazy
so
sadistic.
I can't even get to like fight 20.
You want to beat the Crucible? You need to be going down the Necromancer tree.
Yeah,
The
that's
Necromancer
true.
tree?
Yeah, the right one.
Because
Damn it.
there's so much.
All my skills are in the left.
The thing is, you
You
can.
can respec yourself. You can go
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
The thing is, the ghouls give you so much needed crowd control.
yeah.
Oh,
Keeps
I
people
gotcha.
off your ass.
You can have like 3 ghouls, and then you can make them
You know
set on
what?
fire, and they do
You know
fire
what?
damage, and then
I'm
they
gonna beat it
explode.
using the left tree.
Ah,
Just
fucking
because.
Mike, something you do. Why don't you turn off the HUD too?
We just
You
ha-
sick fuck.
we just peered into the mind of Mike, and it was
Just
awesome.
because
Yeah.
it'd be easier with the right tree.
Okay, Bioshock Infinite looks awesome. A lot of us here have actually been kind of on media. I mean, Brad's been on
Completely, yeah.
totally
Yeah.
on media
After
blackout.
that one thing from a while back where they showed you a couple of the fighting scenes, ever since then I've been on media blackout, especially when this new first 5 minutes and stuff like that, or
Yeah,
whatever it was.
the first
like-
5 minutes are floating around out there. I've listened to a couple podcasts where they describe they don't describe the first 5 minutes, but they describe kind of what to expect, like atmospherically, out of the first portion of the game.
Yeah.
and like talked about the themes and stuff they deal with, and it sounds incredible.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about it really.
Good.
I haven't seen anything but the first trailer. and
That's
it's
probably a
kinda-
good thing.
Okay.
It
Yeah. I'm
It's going to be awesome.
Sweet.
spoiler alert, it's gonna be awesome.
Or it's going to be masterful failure. Either way, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Either
Which
way,
is
we're-
more than you
it'll
can
be
say
long
about a
for
lot of
the
games.
ride.
Yeah.
What was wrong with Bioshock 2? Why wasn't it?
It was it was nothing. It wasn't.
It wasn't Irrational Games for one.
Yeah.
Oh,
It just it didn't try anything super ambitious.
Yeah, it wasn't a spectacular upgrade from the first one. I mean, there was a
even
few new elements
even
to
visually,
it, but-
like looking at it, it doesn't look like if you look at a screenshot of Bioshock 1 and 2 next to each other, it's kind of like I can't tell which one's which.
It's just not as memorable.
Yeah.
But
But the Minerva's Den DLC, in my opinion, is better than anything in the entire core Bioshock 2 game.
yeah.
It's a fantastic piece of DLC.
No, I've not played that yet, but I had that spoiled for me, and that was the only reason.
It's really good.
Because a lot of it's built up to the reveal.
Yeah.
A lot of that DLC is about the reveal. And
Thankfully, it's not spoiled for me, so don't say it.
okay,
I still need to play it.
okay, but you know what's funny is that was a pretty well. It was a pretty decent game, Bioshock 2,
It was.
and it was made by 2K Marin, and 2K Marin has been working on
XCOM.
XCOM this whole fucking time.
Which sucks because you know what? And we
That's a pretty good studio,
in
right?
E3 a year and a
Yeah.
half ago, or so not let's E3 with a year before that. When
2
they
E3s
actually
ago.
showed us XCOM, I was blown away. I
Yep.
was super impressed. We even gave it one of our booth awards.
It looked great.
And then there apparently that wasn't up to snuff for them.
It looked
and
like Mass
they
Effect.
Scrapped it.
Yeah.
Uh,
It looked better than Mass Effect.
well, that's just you and your
It looked like
your
Scarface.
your unnatural hate for Mass Effect now.
Yeah.
You hate Mass Effect 2? Give me a high five.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you. Seriously.
I don't hate that game.
Yeah.
That's a
I
pretty
feel
good
I feel
game.
very sad.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
Cody
hate it.
David-
I'm just let down by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole we don't need to get into
Yeah.
the whole three.
Yeah,
things.
What I saw of XCOM actually
Not
reminded
the
me of
time.
some of the squad stuff in Mass Effect 1.
You know, it's funny because I didn't have any contact back when I first saw XCOM. Have they even shown that to anybody outside of conventions and shit? People don't even know what the fuck we're talking
I
about.
don't.
Nope.
There's a first person
It's
XCOM.
a first person.
'Cause I keep thinking about the-
squad based strategy.
Enemy Unknown, the isometric. It's not like that.
It's not the
Oh my
isometric
God.
one.
No,
Okay.
It's first person. Yeah, there's squads. You know.
Wait,
There's,
kind of like the old Rainbow Six games where
Yeah, a little bit.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of cover based stuff. There's
Okay.
but there's also it's essentially like playing XCOM, Enemy Unknown, but
Yeah.
in first person, and you're controlling one of the people.
And not turn based.
Yeah,
And
not
but you still have
turn-based.
all the same elements from XCOM where you're like you're choosing whether
take-
to send like alien bodies like back to home base, or you can salvage them to use
Yeah.
their weapons.
You
on
take
the fly.
cover behind something, then that can be destroyed.
You know what it kind of reminded me of? It were kind of reminded me of the early Brothers in Arms games, like Road to Hill 30,
okay.
where like he had some of his squad members like lay down like suppression fire, and then he flanked them.
Yeah.
But they were using like powers and shit.
No, there's exact stuff like that. Yeah, and you
Yeah.
can drop down. You can you can research the aliens and gain their technology, and now you can get like an energy shield and
So it's
stuff
just
like that.
like XCOM except first person with
A first-person shooter.
Various.
Yeah,
different-
I mean it plays like a first person shooter, but you're
Okay.
using all those same XCOM tropes like in the context of a shooter instead of a strategy game,
Okay.
and it looked awesome.
and that's just
That
from what
sounds
we've
pretty
seen.
cool. I mean,
we
if-
just
yeah.
saw like one
Yeah.
level, and it goes to the end. There's like kind of like a big fight
it,
at the end.
If it does it as well as this latest XCOM game,
The thing is, like when I first saw the game, I had no context. I didn't know much about XCOM at all. And now that
Yeah.
I've played XCOM Enemy
did you ever
Unknown,
play the original classic?
No, I didn't. But I loved Enemy Unknown, even though that game for me is kind of a brutal experience.
It is brutal, which
Yeah.
is why it's so
Did you
awesome.
never went back to that, man?
It's not because I didn't want to though. I still want to. It's just you know how this shit goes. A lot of stuff came out.
Winner of Giant Bomb's Game of the Year.
That's awesome.
There's real penalty in that game,
Oh,
which is
yeah. Yes,
you may
very
see
much.
you may see that on my top 10 list, even though I technically didn't finish the game.
You didn't technically not finish the game. You didn't.
Yeah,
technically.
let's not get technical here. But I technically didn't.
Let's
finish the
let's
game.
get
Get
into
to
that.
the end
He
of it.
failed the game.
Oh my God.
And he had to restart.
The fucking hurt
3
in that
times.
game feels so good.
Yeah.
Like Zocano's been playing it on Iron Man Classic, and just
Oh, yeah, I
popping
saw
on the
that.
feed, seeing him for a little bit, has just been making me like, oh, XCOM. I want to play more XCOM.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's a good game.
He's
And
playing Iron Man Classic.
I'm more.
Yes.
I'm even more
So Kano,
excited.
That,
Good
that,
job,
that's
man.
what I'll do next.
That's
When I
awesome.
get around to playing the DLC, if I ever do.
Honestly, I
Just
am
a time
worried.
sink though, you know.
Yeah.
I'm worried that XCOM game that we're talking about from 2K Marin is not going to come out. I'm worried about that.
You know what? If Enemy Unknown had bombed, I would say it would probably not come out. But
Enemy
because
Unknown-
Enemy Unknown was a success,
Yeah.
I think that 2K is going to throw a little money to get this thing finished.
The thing is, by the time we see it again, it may not even resemble what we saw before.
Well, who
Which may not be a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing.
But it might also not be a good thing because
You know what also not be a
I
bad
loved-
thing? If we moved on to the next.
Okay. I'm gonna get to the. We're gonna take a break in a second, but I want to get these last 3 games on my multi-platform list out of the way because there's not much to talk about. Bless you.
Thank you.
Army of 2, 3.
No, no.
That's coming out in April.
Oh,
What
man,
is that?
sweet. No, let's talk about that for
No,
a little while.
What
here's,
is that?
Here's the best thing.
No.
Here's the best thing about it. Army of 2, Devil's Cartel comes out March 26th, the same day as Bioshock Infinite.
Nice.
Nice.
Dead Island Riptide.
Why would they do that to themselves?
Dead Island Riptide comes out in April, which is weird because it's like it's a sequel to Dead Island using the exact same engine and gameplay mechanics as the original Dead Island. So it's like an expansion, but they're calling it a sequel. It's weird.
I just keep thinking about that third-person view of Dead Island.
I just keep thinking about that fucking email spam I got over the holidays from their crazy PR person.
Oh yeah, I got that too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll talk about that off the air. Star Trek. I don't know anything about this, but that was apparently at E3, and
There's
I
going to be a
totally
Star
glazed
Trek
over it.
game?
Yep.
Yeah, it's being made by
No, it's like fucking third-person shooter, co-op
Yeah.
third-person shooter based on the
Um,
movie. It's
Yeah,
not.
the new movie.
being made by Digital Extremes.
If you're
the
expecting
guys-
Mass Effect, don't.
The guys who did Dark Sector and Darkness 2.
That Star Trek
And other crappy games
in the
that
style
you're
of
not
the
mentioning.
first Mass Effect would be
That would be good.
really awesome.
That's sort of what they. It's not that though.
Yeah, that's probably what they wanted.
I don't know. I think some people are like strangely optimistic about this game when it looks pretty average.
I haven't heard anything about it. So.
I honestly,
That's probably not a good thing.
yeah, I mean, they had it at E3 this year, and I walked by the booth like 10 times, and I
Is Star Trek Online still even up?
don't.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Free
Is
to
it free to
play.
play?
Yeah. But let's move on.
Wait, actually, before we move on, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we will do.
But there's still.
We will cover all the other platforms plus a bunch of unscheduled releases and predictions for 2013. So we'll be back in just a second.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Yay!
Next game on our list is
But do you want me to cut?
The Wonderful 101. That's
excited.
right. We're doing Wii U games.
Does anybody here have a Wii U? Oh,
I have Nick's Wii U.
Yeah, raising your hand over here.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure I've played it more than you at this point.
Yeah, probably so.
The Wonderful 101 is the Platinum Games developed, Hideki Kamiya directed Wii U game. It looks cool.
looks really good.
From what I played of it, and I played it several times at trade shows.
Game's a lot of shit going
As
on.
it plays well. It's really fun.
They
you know?
need money.
It's kind of
But
like
the thing is, usually a studio that needs money is making games that may be good, but they show they're like they don't. The studio doesn't have a lot of money. Their games show it, but these all look like wonderfully polished, really well made games.
the Wonderful
Those are good
101.
developers.
The Wonderful 101 kind of feels like Bayonetta meets Pikmin.
Yeah, that's
To be honest,
Sold.
a
It's
little
crazy.
bit of Beautiful
That
Joe in
sounds
there.
very-
yeah. Well, with the aesthetic
I
of
love
Beautiful Joe.
Yep.
So much.
With
That
the
was such a
aesthetic
great
of Beautiful
game.
Joe, definitely.
Yep.
So that's cool.
I'm excited
Yeah.
about it.
The other
when
Wii
is
U
that-
game
when,
is
wait, when does
Pikmin.
that come out?
There's no date on it yet.
First or second quarter.
Yeah, soon.
Okay.
but-
Rayman Legends comes out in February.
Rayman Legends is that first only coming to the Wii U?
I think
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
far as
Yeah,
I-
no, that game looks cool.
Yeah, they did some interesting stuff with the music and the tablet controller,
That's true.
which was fun. I mean, kind of gimmicky maybe a little bit, but
As is the Wii U.
as is the Wii U. But I
Word
think,
on the street is it might be the platformer to get more excited about these days
How's it doing? Is it doing
on
pretty good?
Nintendo systems. What?
How are the sales for the Wii U? I haven't looked up anything.
not very
great.
good.
No.
Not great.
Um,
They're all over store shelves, and it's the holiday. It was that was like days before Christmas.
I think a lot of people were not going to be burned again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or maybe- and then
the
also-
message is really confusing. Nintendo fucked up.
A lot of people didn't even realize that it was a separate system. They thought it was a controller for the Wii.
It's a big conversation that we're not going to have right now.
Nope.
God, what is with you, Brad?
The other game is Pikmin 3,
I'm
which is
excited for
cool.
Pikmin 3.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You know, it's
That was I pre-ordered that game because at the time when I pre-ordered my Wii U,
Thought
it was still a launch title,
yeah.
and they pushed it back. And I was so bummed.
my
But-
only fear is that everything they've shown and from what I've played of it, it's very, very Pikmin.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they're trying much new with it.
Yeah, that's not a huge problem for me because I haven't played. I never completed a Pikmin game. I didn't even start 2. I played probably half of Pikmin 1.
Yeah,
Never
but
finished
whatever.
it.
Like anytime you're not saying legitimate innovation is somewhat
Yeah.
concerning.
A lot of people just bank on the fact it's a new system. We'll just put another kind of
It's-
cookie cutter.
it's-
Let's
Especially-
just try again.
Especially because it doesn't look like it really takes much advantage of the new hardware.
Which
so
is a shame because Pikmin looks like a game that would be wonderful, would fit wonderfully to that controller.
That's probably what they thought, and then
Yeah.
they realized not really.
Well, maybe they delayed it because they were putting some of that stuff in.
Maybe they're working on something good.
You never know. Is there anything else Wii U wise coming out that we know of that's going to be?
There's that Lego game, but
Bayonetta 2.
I
yeah,
think.
Bayonetta 2.
Oh, there we go. Bayonetta 2.
I don't know if that's going to make it before the end
It's
of the year,
exclusive
but
for
that's
Wii U, right?
definitely
Okay.
that's the game that'll get me to. Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's not Kamiya directed, but I'm sure it's going to be great. God, I don't want to buy a Wii U like
Me either.
anytime soon. Like, and based on what we know about it and what's coming out for it, like I don't want to buy it. I don't want to have to buy it to play Bayonetta 2, but I will if I have the money at the time, and you know.
Well, that's I don't know. I'm
We'll see.
interested in
I
Bayonetta
ain't,
2.
I ain't dropping any cash for a Wii U.
All right,
That's like a
fuckers. I took the
What
hit.
about when they
Took it
showed
for the team.
first ever HD Zelda?
Nah.
What about
You wouldn't drop
No.
money for a Wii U if they showed
Well,
like
I didn't play Skyward
Metroid
Sword.
Prime Reborn.
Shadow of the Wii U?
Oh shit!
Damn. If Last Guardian was exclusive for the Wii U,
yeah.
then I would buy a Wii U. That's why I bought a PS3.
Speaking of The Last Guardian, let's move on to PS3 exclusives that may not come out in 2013.
No, it's going to come out in 2013.
Let's start the Last Guardian.
It's going to come out this year. I can feel it.
Really,
Feel it in your
really worried.
bones.
We've said that the past 3 years, bro.
It's been a while,
This is the one. Third time's a charm, right?
But before we start talking about,
even though we already have.
yeah, I just want to say if anybody's watching live in chat over at 4pp.tv, feel free if there's anything you think we've missed so far, like in terms of like multi-platform.
And we haven't even covered all the games that don't have
Like-
official release dates yet.
Yeah, throw them out in chat. I do have a list here of stuff that's not on Nick's list, so we'll definitely get to more shit. But, you know, if there's like a Sony exclusive we forgot, feel free to type it into chat. And, you know, we might have missed it. Although I probably didn't miss it.
Because Brad's just that.
Really, if you have any, if like indie games that you know
Yeah,
are probably
indie
going to come
games are
out,
probably the bigger
you know, that's
ones.
probably where our list is somewhat lacking. Not high profile games. We got to them. We'll get to them. Go ahead, Nick.
Okay. So Last Guardian. Real quick, just round the table predictions. Yes or no? Do you think it's coming out this year?
yes.
Brad, go.
Oh,
I hope.
Yes.
yes.
Yes, I'm going to say yes. Positive energy.
Yes.
Gonna send positive energy
Fine.
towards it.
I will give in to peer pressure. Yes, I think it's coming out 2013.
Nice.
They've got a whole fucking year. Come
Little
on.
It's going to be
concerned.
delayed till the next system.
That'd be crazy if like the PS3 couldn't handle what they wanted to do.
Oh,
With the
or
Last
There's nothing
Guardian.
crazy
or
about
it'll
that.
be the last great game on the PS3.
Kind of like Shadow of the Colossus was a pretty late
Yeah.
PS2 game.
End
Was
of
a-
life.
It looked amazing. It brought new life to the PS2. Speaking of, Sony has now officially stopped manufacturing PS2s.
In Japan, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think they were doing it over here.
they're done making them as soon as the last of the stock gets shipped. That's it. And apparently the PS2 is still
Wow.
pretty big in Japan. Like it's still like at certain
Well, the
points.
PS2 is arguably one of the best.
Well, at certain
systems.
points, it was like
ever come
outselling
out.
the PSP still.
That's awesome.
It was an average of like I think 800 units a week or something,
Wow.
which is still like a lot more than I thought was selling. But yeah, it was a great system. If I had to pick a overall system that was the best, it'd probably be the PS2.
Speaking of
So many
systems,
classics.
The Last of Us.
That is.
I'm
Wicked
excited.
awesome. I'm sure
Yeah,
you've
so
seen.
that-
I saw a GIF of the explosion with the body parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going everywhere. It seems to
After
be.
after that VGA trailer,
Yeah.
like I
No.
got even more excited. For the
Okay,
game.
so that game.
That was all in game, right?
Yes.
That game had me sold before they ever even showed like, because when this game was originally revealed, it was revealed kind of like a post-apocalyptic zombie thing where
Well, they weren't zombies.
But the zombies were like these people that were taking over this fungus or
Yeah,
whatever, right?
fungal infection.
Really crazy. Like in that first cinematic trailer, they had shown one of the zombies like really briefly,
Yeah.
but then never showed it again. And even just the character interactions between the two main characters and kind of the stuff they have to go through, and of course the demos at E3 were freaking amazing,
Top notch.
top notch.
Man, before I even knew this game existed, I knew it was going to be awesome.
And then they go, and show that VGA trailer, and they actually started showing the the creatures, like the creature
Well,
combat
they didn't
stuff.
show, they
which-
showed the creatures. They showed interactions with other people.
They showed they showed the
opening up
feels.
world,
Isn't the
yeah.
gameplay devised in such a way that like different scenarios can play out differently? For like how, I'm still not sure on how the gameplay moves forward. Or
Well, you
how-
will find out more about that in May when this game comes out.
Yes.
Why are you in such a hurry?
We
So
Don't you gotta get
we have
some of the
a lot of
I
games
know.
left.
I know.
A lot.
Last of Us.
It looks like it has a little more freedom than something like Uncharted does as far
Okay.
as approaching a situation.
Yep,
Because
that's
it,
cool.
it does have that stealth element to it, so you can approach, situations
I remember
very
reading
differently.
something about that I was going to have like dynamic
And it
situations
looks
that play out
amazing.
differently for different players, which would be pretty cool.
Well, like that explosion thing. I think that was a cutscene or something, but it seems like maybe you can set traps.
Yeah.
Like put
You
down
can set
some
traps, you
trip
can-
mine, and
You can
distract-
you can I think throw things to create noises as distractions, or you can throw things into people's faces.
Yep.
Which looks pretty cool.
Yep.
By the way, that's one of my favorite mechanics in Far Cry
Yeah.
3 is the ability to throw a rock as a distraction.
Don't talk to me about Far Cry 3.
I'm so sorry, Mike.
Don't talk. I couldn't do that for weeks. I still then
I can't throw rocks for weeks.
I got, for anybody who's wondering about that, I haven't been able to progress in Far Cry 3's story for almost a month now because of the camera glitch. If you don't know what that is, Google camera unequipped glitch. I can't equip my camera anymore, and I'm at a part in the story where
You have
you have to use your camera to take a picture of the meeting of
Yeah.
two guys on a bridge,
Yeah.
and I can't do it, so I haven't been able to finish that game.
I'm really sorry.
Please,
sucked.
Ubisoft, come on! It's like a game-breaking glitch.
Yep.
It's the first time in 23 years of gaming that I've come to a point where I can't progress in a story because the game's broken.
Well, speaking of The Last Guardian, I'm also excited about Sony's
The
other
Last of Us?
Last of Us. I'm excited about Sony's other exclusive first-party IP, first-party game, and that's
Beyond.
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Ellen
Oh, yes.
Two Souls. Yeah, Two Souls.
Very excited about that.
I'm
And-
nervous. I'm nervous.
I don't know what to expect yet.
Well, if it's like Heavy Rain, I mean, I enjoyed Heavy Rain. so-
Gameplay wise, it's supposed to
But
be
you
very
know what?
similar.
It's not like Heavy Rain.
Jason!
Gameplay-wise, it's something very different if you've actually seen some of that,
Everything
that
they've-
footage
Yeah.
where you're controlling like a spirit.
Every
Yeah.
game they've
I haven't
done,
seen the Spirit
Indigo
Control.
Prophecy, Heavy Rain. I mean, they've been good. I mean, I've liked and enjoyed those
No,
two
sure.
games. So I'm pretty sure.
At the very least, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But
Interesting, he says, after
Heavy-
Indigo Prophecy.
Heavy Rain was satisfying in like some surprising ways. In some of the ways that I think Walking Dead was successful in that like in the moment making those decisions was like crazy exciting.
Yeah, it was very intense.
Yeah, absolutely.
moment, yeah.
absolutely, and that's what made Heavy Rain good. I mean, I think Beyond Two Souls needs to have that to have what made I think Heavy Rain really good.
Needs to have the feels.
Well, no, I see. That's not actually where I think like Heavy Rain never, made me cry or touched me in any sort of emotional way. That's not where that really
Where
where
did
that
Heavy
game
Rain touch you,
succeeded.
Brad?
Show me on the doll where Heavy Rain.
What has
touched you.
touched you in an emotional way?
Well,
Brad?
like Walking Dead actually touched me on the balls. Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain. I don't know.
How?
What are we talking about?
I'm pretty sure Walking Dead should have touched you on the
Maybe you're
heart.
confusing memories.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
Where did the zombie touch you, Brad?
I'm just saying.
Show me
like-
on Mega Man.
Like I don't think I don't think the story in
Heavy
Heavy
Mega
Rain
Man.
was so good, so much, wasn't so much successful as the storytelling than it, But I'm excited about Beyond Two Souls. I like that developer.
Me too.
And I like Ellen Page.
I think.
Nick, this is your whole big thing about Sleeping Dogs when you were freaking out because they didn't make them enough like the character.
Are you sad?
What are you talking? Sleeping Dogs was an
No,
awesome
I'm
game.
saying they were touting that game as like starring all these big names and stuff. But I got to the entire game and I was like, where were they? I didn't see any of them.
It's like voice actors or what?
Yes,
Yeah,
voice actors.
but
And I was
like-
super excited because Ellen Page is Ellen Page. She's like, it looks like her, and it is her, and that's not what you should be excited
Well,
about.
I didn't say that's the only thing I'm excited about. Nolan, calm down.
You know what other?
It was a quip.
You know what other Sony first
And I
party
do like
exclusive?
Ellen Page. I'm just saying, I do.
You know what other PS3 exclusive I'm excited
What's that,
about?
Brad?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God of War?
God of War.
Well, it's not PS3 exclusive. It's a Vita exclusive.
Wait,
That's different than
wait.
the PS3.
Let me guess. Fuck, I lost it. I don't know.
Tearaway, which is the new the new game from the Media Molecule guys. It's the first thing they've done since Little
What's
Big
that?
Planet.
I haven't heard. Oh, okay.
It's the Little Big Planet guys, and they're doing
Whoa.
something new for the Vita. It's called Tearaway. It looks kind of like it might be sort of like a 3D Little Big Planet,
Yeah.
but with like a sort of like a paper craft aesthetic kind of.
Hence the tearaway.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
It's got a really cool aesthetic. It looks like it could be really cool. I don't know if it's like this is their next big project. I kind of hope not, because the Vita seems sort of dead in the water, and I don't want.
That's probably why they had them make that game, was to make a game killing app for
Well, no,
the Vita.
yeah, I know, but see, Sony will use their first parties to desperately like try to to do stuff like that. But then if they don't sell, they'll fucking close the studio
Full
down.
funding for other
You know,
shit.
like they did with the SOCOM guys, Zipper. They had them to make a first party game for the Vita,
PlayStation.
and it didn't sell probably because the Vita didn't sell, and
Because it's
they
not
shut them
very
down. That's
That sucks.
fucking shame. Same with Sony Liverpool. I guess the Wipeout game for the Vita underperformed. They shut them down.
So you're saying what they do is they take awesome companies that make killer games. They say, make something for our dying
yeah.
hardware, and if you don't, we're going to fire you up.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you do, and it doesn't sell
Yeah.
because our hardware is dead in the water,
Yeah.
we're still
We're going
we're
to
still
fire
gonna
you.
Yeah.
And if it's good,
You're fired.
that's all you're going to make the rest of your life.
I don't think that they're going to shut down Media Molecule, but I think they
Oh,
might
not.
say, oh, well,
Little
you
Big
need to stick
Planet's
to
awesome.
making Little Big Planet, which is lame
Yeah,
because
that sucks.
I'm just sad that their new thing is a Vita thing.
Yeah.
I wish their new thing was on a
They should
system
do
that
something
actually
completely
has
different
sold.
from that. I mean, they seem to be obviously very capable developers. I'm pretty sure they could do something awesome
Yeah.
in some other genre.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. Another unique title. This is a Sony exclusive. Is coming to both platforms, which I almost completely forgot about. But Dragon's Crown. Do you remember that from Vanillaware?
Yes.
It's coming out in 2013.
Sounds
it's,
like an RPG.
Isn't
no.
it more of an action game?
More of an action side-scrolling RPG. I kind of get
Zelda? Not Zelda.
like Guardian Heroes
Castlevania?
vibes. No, like it's a cooperative
It looks a
side-scrolling action RPG.
Did you play Muramasa?
Yeah.
Not really Miramasa either. More like Guardian Heroes or like Castle Crashers or something.
Okay.
Those are the vibes I get.
Okay.
But more. you
But
know,
with Vanillaware's crazy art style.
yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
play Brave Fency Musashi?
Yes.
A little bit.
I did not.
I did. It's amazing. It's a good game.
Other Sony exclusives, we have God of War Ascension, or AKA God of War 4.
Man, there's like no hype behind that. You
Yeah.
know why? Because they
they've
fucked it up, man.
Why?
They fucked it up. They didn't evolve God of War into something exciting.
they could have
So
made
all
God
of a
of-
sudden people don't care. Adding fucking multiplayer wasn't the solution.
Yeah,
Surprise!
Yeah.
Adding multiplayer to a fucking God of War game wasn't the solution.
it could have been like they could have rebooted it with a new character and a new mythology and all sorts of crazy stuff.
all the single player stuff they showed of that game looks like fucking God of War.
Yep.
which
More of the same.
yeah, more of the same. I'm not super excited about
Oh,
it, but I
God of
will
War
say
3 was more of the
when I
same.
play a God of War game, they're fun.
Oh yeah,
And
they're fun,
really,
but like it's
really well
it's
produced.
literally like Assassin's Creed, more of the same, but they keep adding new stuff and it becomes better. It's literally just more of the same, button mashing.
My
and-
expectations aren't very high. I think this is God of War is one of those series where at this point the only thing that I'm hoping for out of it is a really well told, like cinematic action game. I mean that's all it's really good for, right? I mean you play it to see all these
That's a
crazy
fucking
epic
shame
set
to
pieces.
say that something like God of War, that's all it's
How
really
could
good
they
for.
God of
evolve
War
it, though?
3 had
Like,
some mind blowing set
Yeah,
pieces.
I liked God of War 3.
But it was more of the same.
Yes.
just bigger. It was
Yes,
bigger.
it was more of the same.
It needs to not be more of the same. It needs
it's going to be.
How
it
could-
needs to take
how could
a
they evolve it?
crazy fucking. Like,
How do you think they
chance-
could evolve it? Like, what chance?
open world?
An open world
You know,
game?
Metroidvania, something. You evolve that formula in that direction,
I mean,
and all of a
almost-
sudden you have so much more potential.
Look at like Darksiders.
Yeah,
I mean,
Darksiders.
they
Go the
could follow
Darksiders
that route, and that'd be really good.
Yeah, make it like a Zelda game or a Metroid game. I mean, that
That could be interesting.
yeah, absolutely. Don't make it this linear. Cinematic crawl. I'm curious to see what Jaffe's up to, because I've always felt that Jaffe has a special attention to like mechanical details that are actually more like something like a Japanese developer would do. You know, there's a certain level of like mechanics, like polish and attention to detail that, you know, he sort of appreciates with his games. He focuses on with his games, and they're the things that you see a lot of like Western developers sort of, you know, glance over, you know, and that's why I'm excited to see whatever Jaffe's working on.
Yeah, that would be exciting. Last game we have Sony exclusive, not a big one. Tales of what did he just scream?
I don't know. Fuse.
Oh, that's a PS3 exclusive?
No, it's not.
That's multi-platform.
But whatever. Fuse. Let's talk about Fuse.
Well, let's finish the last PS3 exclusive.
Tales
Oh.
of I don't even know how to say
Exilia?
it. Exilia.
Oh, that's a PS3 exclusive?
Yep, PS3.
No, that's cool. I mean, I'm excited. I haven't
a Tales game.
gotten into a Tales game since Vesperia, and
Yeah, it's
I
been
think
a while.
this is
For me, at least.
the next really big one, I think. And I'll definitely play
I
it.
didn't even play Vesperia.
Vesperia is considered by some to be, I guess, the best, one of the best all-around Tales games.
So
So
last time I played was like Symphony.
and a great place to start.
Yeah.
I think Vesperia,
Okay.
because it actually has a story and a main character that's not completely unlikable like a lot of the other Tales games have. Like Tales of Grace's F is supposed to have some of the best combat in the series, but an absolutely atrocious story and set of characters. So Vesperia is a great place to start.
Cool.
So yeah, jumping back because Chris just screamed it, and I guess I didn't. Oh, actually, it is on my list. I'm
Even
sorry.
Carlos likes Tales of Vesperia. Carlos.
Wow.
That is saying something.
Yeah.
I will come
Really
back.
saying something.
I will come back to the game that Chris just yelled in a minute. Moving, just get the other exclusives out of the way. Gears of War Judgment is the only Microsoft exclusive I have on this list because I
There's
didn't.
a new Gears of War game.
Yeah.
Yes, being developed by People Can Fly, the guys behind Bulletstorm,
Bulletstorm.
And
which is
previously
interesting because
Panko.
that game had some interesting stuff in it. I don't think that's going to find much of that innovation is going to find its way into Gears of War, but I certainly think they are talented enough to carry on Gears of War and satisfy the fans of that series. That's coming out in March 19th, I think. There's probably a bunch of Kinect bullshit coming out,
Fuck it.
but I'm not going to
Brad,
talk.
guess
Kinect.
what? I have a Kinect now.
Why?
I got it for Christmas. So
Okay.
You gonna play Fable the Legend Journey? What the hell is it called? Fable,
Fable the Journey.
the Journey or something?
Fable the
Some bullshit.
goddamn journey. Okay, so now I'm
Kinect
going to
games
go.
are expensive. Yeah, I'm looking them up. They're still like super expensive.
They should
Especially
be
for,
free,
especially for what they are.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go down the list of this is multi-platform games that are scheduled for. Are you done? Scheduled for 2013, but don't have a set release date, quarter, month, anything. It's just probably coming out this
Probably
year.
coming out this year.
And I'm going to go down the list, and we can just rattle through them if you want.
Carlos in chat says Nolan beat my Dance Central high scores. I doubt that was actually Nolan.
He said I did, or is he saying I should?
I think he said he did.
He hasn't
Or no,
opened the box
maybe
yet.
he's asking
Where
you
is
to beat
Carlos?
it.
Carlos, come over,
Because
man.
Bernadette played Dance Central.
Oh.
What are you doing, dude? Come
Yeah.
over.
At one point.
Which is that's probably why his scores got beat.
Oh, that's
Because a while ago, Roy lent me his
okay.
his Kinect, and
Roy?
one of my old roommates,
Oh.
and he lent me the thing, and
Oh,
Bernadette played a
I
bunch
think
of
he's
Dance
challenging
Central. Oh, okay. I'll let Bernadette do it.
Fuse.
No, don't get ahead of yourself. Josh.
What the hell is Fuse?
Fuse is something we
fine,
have to go
You
back
attach it
to.
a
though.
bomb,
Let's start with
and then
Fuse.
Yeah.
Okay, Fuse,
I got you.
formerly known as Overstrike from Insomniac Games,
Insomniac, developers of Resistance and Ratchet and Clank.
announced at E3 last
they're good
year.
developers.
It was a fantastic. It was a brilliantly executed trailer that got me super
Did you say
excited.
last year?
Was it last year?
No.
I think it was year before
Oh,
last.
God, everything's. What did anything happen at E3 this year? What
It
the
was a long
fuck?
time ago.
So the E3 2 years ago, they announced this game. It was brilliant. It was the Insomniac game that was being published by EA. It's the first multi-platform game they've done. Looked really awesome. It was pumped full of really colorful characters,
Humor.
Yep.
I got
awesome weaponry.
I got No One Lives Forever vibes.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it did have a No One Lives Forever vibe to it. And then they went and they overhauled it, changed the name to Fuse, put a layer of
Boring. on it.
brown boring over it.
I think this game.
I actually have a friend who's working on the game. I just found that out over the holidays.
Tell him to make it better.
I said,
tell them to.
I asked him if he wanted to
Polish
sit down and
his
talk about it
resume.
after they release it, but
Here's the
we'll see
thing.
where that goes.
Everyone on the street is saying this game's gonna bomb. because no one knows about it. And
Word
the
on
people
the
who knew,
I've never seen it as
the people who know about it are pissed off at Insomniac for changing it.
I've never
I
seen
can't think
Brad
of an
on the street.
example. I can't think of an example where a developer has made a decision for a game that has been so blatantly negative,
Yeah.
so blatantly just a poor decision for a game. Like it's working. It's like they're working backwards from Borderlands, because Borderlands started looking like this, and then they changed it to looking like what Overstrike kind of used to look like, which was colorful and exciting. And,
Yeah.
it's just weird. I mean, maybe the gameplay is still there. Maybe that stuff is still exciting, but
I bet it
visually
will
it's
be
not going
a
to
good game.
It's not going to have that visual appeal that's going to just keep
Maybe
you kind of hooked
it'll
into
be
it.
for the better.
It's a personality. Yeah, it's
I think they.
Why
I
is
think,
the top knife on your shirt a bread knife? Does Dexter often use bread knives?
no, I don't think so. It's for cutting through bone. I don't fucking know.
No, the bone saw.
Yeah, the bone saw's at the
below.
bottom.
Does
Yeah,
he-
I don't know.
He just likes bread.
Maybe he enjoys a good
slice of toast.
slice of toast. Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 from Mercury Steam, coming out in 2013 apparently.
All I know
Lords
is
of
that
Shadow 2?
all I know is that trailer they showed at PAX was lame.
Yeah, it was.
That was a fucking
At
lame.
PAX?
Did that,
Not PAX,
VGAs.
VGAs.
did that game do well enough to deserve a sequel? Financially?
It sold. It was a commercial success, I
Whatever.
believe. And
They're gonna drive that fucking name into the ground, and it's gonna be a sad day.
It's sad because it's
already
all it is
kinda
a
sad.
God of War clone, and it's kind of a it doesn't even quite live up
A
to that.
mediocre God of War.
Mediocre God of War clone. Still better
I would
than
say it's like a Dante's Inferno clone.
no. I would say it's still way better than Dante's Inferno, which is what I was about to say.
clone. Sure,
Dante's Inferno was just
possibly.
possibly one of the most. Never mind. I'm just gonna stop there.
Well, maybe it's a good Dante's Inferno clone.
Maybe it is.
Can you believe Dante's Inferno was developed by the Dead Space guys?
Yeah, that's pretty
Really?
Yeah. Glenn Schofield was who directed
Maybe it was a little offshoot team or
the
something.
original Dead Space. Was part of that project.
Um,
Battlefield 4.
wait. Just on the Lords of Shadows beat, can we mention the DS game?
Yeah,
Oh,
I actually
yeah.
had that on my list too. For
Fucking
handhelds.
Mirror of Fate.
Yep.
What?
This is the best part. It's called Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirrors of Fate. It has
That's
two
ridiculous.
subtitles.
Please don't go into this game expecting like another Metroidvania in the
Yeah.
vein of like, Dawn of Sorrow or Order of Ecclesia. It's not, or Symphony of the Night, of course. It's not that kind of game.
Wouldn't it
It's
have been nice if they made it?
it's developed by this small Mercury team Steam, and what I've played of this game is garbage. I'm really frustrated because I sort of always hope for the best, where even when they announced Lords of Shadows, I was always in the back of my mind saying, oh, well they'll at least let Koji Igarashi still do good 2D Castlevania games on the handhelds. Well, that's not true anymore. We have this.
Man, I was sitting next to Brad that fateful day. We were in the front row of the Konami press conference at E3. And Brad was sitting next to me, and they showed that they started playing the trailer for Lords of Shadow.
I was excited.
And the mask came fading out of the black into the screen or whatever. And Brad did the thing where he was like, oh, and he put his hands in his mouth. He's like, oh my god,
but see,
freaking is flipping his shit.
do you know why? That's because right before we went to that press conference, we got a tip that Hideo Kojima was
Oh, yeah.
fucking working on the new Castlevania game. And after that trailer, they wheeled out fucking David Cox, and that's when the Mercury Steam thing flashed up there, and I'm like, this isn't a Kojima game. And that's when I started my skepticism. And
He was hyped for all of 45 seconds.
and then I went to GameStop and I purchased a copy of Jericho, and it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad game. You know, Crispy texted me over the week, and he was like, so Jericho bad? I was like, yes. Let's not do that. All right, Devil's Third. Coming back to THQ again. Another game.
What?
Devil's Third, though, doesn't...
It's in limbo now.
No, THQ dropped it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's in limbo. THQ dropped it. They're no longer publishing it. It's being developed by Valhalla.
But I'm curious to see
This is a...
if that ends up
Is
anywhere.
it Itagaki?
Itagaki.
Yeah, it's Itagaki. Looks interesting.
They've not shown gameplay of that game.
I have no idea what this game is about. What's going on with this
Maybe
game?
Brad should
An energy
explain.
game with guns that's supposedly has some bit of a multiplayer focus. I think that's all we know about it. There was a cinematic trailer that came out when the game was first announced. It's pretty much all we know about it. And I think Itagaki has since come out. during development saying there were some challenges to getting that type of game working and
I could
and,
imagine.
and
Yeah,
the multiplayer
The
working.
publisher not having any money.
And then the publisher dropped it because THQ started dropping shit when it was
when
in
they
trouble.
started running out of money.
But I think Itagaki said, they were in talks of another potential publisher who's interested in publishing it or some
Was I
sort.
imagining something, or did Insane get picked up by somebody else?
No. Guillermo del Toro said that
Guillermo.
He's shopping it around, right?
he still has the IP and that there is someone who's potentially interested in it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that might come out 2013 if someone picks it up. Who
When's
knows?
Hellboy 3 coming out?
Have you seen the Pacific Rim trailer?
Yeah, that looks
It
really
looks
awesome.
so
That's
good.
Guillermo del Toro's new movie.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Starring
So do
Jax
I.
Teller of Sons of Anarchy.
And it's got what's
Makes
his
me want
name?
to play Robot Alchemic Drive.
It's got what's his name from The Wire, Stringer.
Yeah, Stringer Bell.
Hell yeah, that dude's a fucking awesome actor.
Wait, who?
That sold me.
Stringer Bell.
Stringer.
Stringer.
And it has
Strang.
Jay
Hey,
from
Strang.
Dragon Ball.
Idris
You,
Elba.
you haven't seen The Wire yet.
no.
Don't
Idris
talk to me.
Elba. You probably saw him in
You need to watch
Prometheus.
The
He was the
Wire.
captain of Prometheus.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Or the pilot,
Yeah.
Prometheus.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
He's an amazing actor. And you need to see The Wire, Nick. You really do.
I know.
Have you seen The Wire?
I have not.
I
I
thought
have
on-
seen that it exists.
Watch it together. Y'all two watch it together.
I have the whole series. Would you like to borrow it?
Yes. Yes, you would.
I've been asking you if
Yes,
I could
you
borrow
would.
it for weeks.
I'm serious,
years
guys.
even.
It's in that
This is-
closet.
The best series ever created on television.
I would agree with him. The best series ever created. I put it up there with stuff like Firefly and King of
Yeah.
the Hill.
Firefly King of the Hill.
You get the Dr. Pepper. I'll get the popcorn.
Awesome.
This is
It's
a date?
amazing. And anybody out there listening to this right now, The Wire, by far.
We still have that popcorn
It's
container with
amazing.
the
You
hole
need
in
to
the
watch it.
bottom.
Oh god damn it, Nolan.
They teach it at colleges, man. Like what TV
Just
series
let me finish
gets
Sons
taught?
of Anarchy. I'm almost done.
Okay,
and then
finish
we
Sons of Anarchy.
I can knock that out by tomorrow. It's the sad truth.
What did he say?
What did he say?
What did Carlos say?
Of course, what did Carlos
Carlos
say?
said The Wire's okay. It's also like his favorite show ever. But I don't think anything's ever more than okay with him except for Blops.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Flops too.
You guys-
Grand Theft Auto 5, folks.
No, his favorite show ever is that one about the actors. Sorry.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
It's gonna be amazing. Let's move on.
May.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, from everything I've seen, which is not a whole lot, I mean, it looks.
Sharks are confirmed.
Yeah,
That
it-
first trailer looked good.
No, yeah, it
Or that
definitely looks-
recent trailer looked
It
good.
looks good. The game.
I'm
looks
really
great.
interested in seeing the three
three
main
characters.
character
The three
kind of thing. If
characters,
you could just like
the
at any point,
differences between-
I
can.
fucking hope so, because if they don't radically change the structure of a Grand Theft Auto game or a Rockstar open world
That'd be
game,
nice.
I am going to be super frustrated.
wait, so-
if it's the drive your car to this icon on the mini map so you can watch the
You
cutscene,
think that's not gonna be there? I think it's gonna still be
It's
there.
no,
I'm
it's gonna be
praying
there
that they do something
first.
different.
But as long as they have something more to
like,
it.
do you think like these characters are going to go about their daily lives and at
I
any
think- I
point
think-
you can just like
I'm
zoom
almost
out
positive
and
they
go
said-
into like
That's
almost
what they're
positive
saying.
that
sounds pretty-
They need to do something revolutionary because Rockstar is one of the few developers out there that they move things. They do. They change things.
Innovate.
They
They
innovate.
Are you
know?
are you channeling the Joker right there? You sounded like the Joker.
What?
They change things.
Uh,
I'm disappointed by. I think it's weird that they chose to go the multiple protagonist route.
Yeah.
Not one of them is a woman. I don't know. I was kind of hoping for a female protagonist for
yeah,
once.
it'd be nice.
Yeah.
Maybe-
And now they
maybe
have
in a-
three of them, and they're
maybe
all
in a-
dudes.
Maybe in a PlayStation Vita companion title.
Oh god.
Wait, that's a low blow, bro.
Yeah, well, fuck Western developers and their throwing the scraps to handhelds.
No,
fuck,
I agree.
Fuck that attitude.
I agree. Next game we have Injustice: Gods Among Us. I'm actually really
That could be
excited.
fun.
What game is this?
It's the
The DC fighting game
the DC
Oh,
fighting games
okay.
from NetherRealm.
Oh, okay.
and the Mortal Kombat dudes.
Yeah.
I loved the recent Mortal Kombat. I thought it was awesome, and to see them moving on to a different IP, to using these characters we're all familiar with, was really cool.
I'll say what I've said before. I hope they do lots of really good single player content because that's what sort of hooked me on that last Mortal Kombat.
And the characters all looked really cool. The fighting felt really nice. I mean, it felt very Mortal Kombat-y for the most part.
Speaking of DC, I'm really looking forward to the Superman movie.
Thank you. God damn it! High five, Mike.
I really
Yes.
am.
Wow, that is a very nuanced opinion.
What? I feel like I'm being made fun of.
A lot of people are excited, but
Yeah.
it's not a unique
Did you see that person's shot for shot remake of the trailer?
No.
Some guy made like a shot for shot remake of the trailer of him like in the first scene where Superman's floating in the ocean. He's like floating in a pool. Like it's just like a literally shot for shot
Okay.
of the entire trailer.
This shot hasn't
In
watched
an effort to
the trailer
move
yet.
on,
Because Brad needs to finish in the next 1 hour and 55 minutes.
Chris Davis said, yeah. Chris Davis said, no mention of Lost Planet 3. Who the fuck cares about Lost
It's
Planet
on my
3?
list actually. It's right down here.
Yeah.
Lost Planet 3.
I give that a wet fart. Who gives a shit? Spark Unlimited.
Hey, Brad.
Spark Unlimited. I got a copy of Legendary out there. I got a copy of Turning Point out there. I'm just waiting for the day to pop those in when the excitement for Lost Planet 3 is at its highest, just to deflate
You know what, Brad?
everyone's
I'll
excitement.
play your wet fart.
You're gonna play Lost Planet 3?
Oh, I'll
Have
rent
fun.
Yeah, Nick will play it. He'll
I'm-
buy it.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna.
Here's a game we
I'm
haven't
probably
mentioned
gonna. I'm probably gonna red box it. Do you think that'll be in a red box?
Probably.
Yeah.
Here's a
Red box
game
it.
that no one's mentioned yet that I'm excited about.
Wait, why would I pay money? I can just fucking check.
Here's a game I'm excited about. No one's mentioned yet. I don't know
If
why.
you steal my thunder, I'll fucking kill you.
Wasteland 2.
No. Hold on. Stop. The new Sim City. I've heard so many good things about
On my
from,
list,
from what
actually.
people have played about it. From
Really?
what people have played of it so far.
Yeah.
Really, really, really positive
Like
things.
what? Your phone's low on battery, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Are
It's awesome.
they going to innovate it the way they did SimCity? Oh, no, wait. You say it's The Sims or
Sim
Sim
City.
City.
Oh, okay,
Sim
okay.
City.
It's a new Sim City game
I thought you said The
PC
Sims for a
exclusive,
second.
right?
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah, that
So-
does look. I've seen some shots of that.
I haven't
That
really
does
seen
look
a whole
pretty
lot
amazing.
about it. What's so exciting about it?
Just like it's Sim City.
That,
SimCity's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
SimCity.
I know what SimCity is.
It's
think-
Sim City.
I
That's
think-
like it looks super nice. It's super polished, and they're doing some cool multiplayer.
I think
stuff.
everybody should play SimCity just so they could learn how to run a city
Yeah.
and see what things need to be.
like your
I mean,
city
it-
can affect other people's
At
cities.
home, I have my SNES cartridge of SimCity.
Nice.
There's probably been a few advancements
bit.
since that one.
I just liked making natural disasters happen.
I think
Here's
those
a
are-
game. Let's start
R&D.
throwing out games.
Wait,
Is that
Research
hey,
and development,
let me
man.
go
It's
down
all
my
about R&D.
Damn list, Brad.
Let's
Jesus
move
Christ.
along.
Watch Dogs. You think that's coming out this year?
Well,
Anybody?
I would okay. Well, let's talk about Watch. I don't think it's coming out this year.
I don't think so.
I think
either.
it's a next generation title. I think we might see like maybe the next Xbox by the end of the year, but we're not. Watch Dogs is not going to be a launch title.
Watch Dogs was that badass. Crazy.
Ubisoft, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be on current gen.
Or I have a feeling if it is on current gen console, it's going to be one of those games that splits between two platforms, like between two generations of platform. It's going to be like you can wait and get the real version,
I
or you can get
honestly
the.
don't think they're
I
going to
don't-
do that much anymore.
I don't think speculation about that matters much. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm only saying that
I'll
because
say
they've
Watch
already
Dogs
showed
looks
the
cool.
game.
Watch Dogs looks cool.
Well,
Hopefully,
they showed the game that probably running on some high-end PCs. I doubt it was running on a console.
yeah.
No,
It's
it
probably
wasn't.
not
They've
running
already
on the
There's
confirmed
only
it's running on PCs.
512 megs of fucking RAM on the PS3. That's ridiculous.
All I'll say is I hope it's more hacky and less shooty, and a little more of. I think.
Spit it out, Brad.
At E3, I wrote something about maybe the potential of like the multiplayer that was alluded to
no,
in
they
that first
allu-
trailer,
yeah.
Yeah,
and have maybe hopefully it's kind of like something like a little bit like Dark Souls, where it's
that'd be cool.
like an always connected single player game. That would be really
Like
cool.
invading other people's stuff.
Yeah, that'd be so fucking cool, or hacking other people's worlds and stuff.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
That seems
I have-
really
I have high
ambitious
hopes
for a
that
current
game.
gen game. So
Well, that's what we're saying. It's not.
I
gonna
know
be
that's
current
what
gen.
next gen.
I don't think it
completely
matters.
agreeing with you. Everything you're saying.
I don't think it matters. I don't know. Whatever. I don't think it looks that next gen anyways. I mean, the face tech looked terrible, honestly. But the other, I guess, rumor,
What's your name?
Olivia Munn.
the other possible, I mean, likely next gen game is Star Wars 1313,
Yeah.
which looks pretty cool too.
Oh, is that
That's-
the
that's-
cover-based Star Wars game?
That's like the Star Wars Uncharted edition.
And that game
Gotcha.
is on my list because there's a chance it's coming out this year, but I have a feeling it won't be. I mean, when we saw that game at E3, it was literally they were using a stand-in character for the main character. They didn't even have they haven't even unveiled the character.
That's because it's gonna be Boba Fett.
That is the rumors.
Yeah.
They
That
need to
is
make
the
Jedi
rumors.
Knight 3. That's what they need to make. I'm serious.
Here's another game. Here's
I'm
another
serious.
game that looks pretty cool. Capcom's Remember Me.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
I'm concerned about that.
That's that sort of cyberpunk game with the
Oh.
girl.
Oh, I'm looking
Who,
to.
it's like sort of like Devil May Cry meets Prince of Persia or
the
whatever.
combat does not look
What
smooth.
about-
The combat and the character movement through that game does not look smooth.
Yeah, I mean,
It looks really janky.
it looked kind of janky, but it seems.
But then again, it was pretty early.
What about
so it was early.
CD Projekt Red's new Cyberpunk
Yeah.
game? I'm
I
really
haven't
looking
gotten
forward to that.
Cyberpunk? Was it Cyberpunk?
Let's not spoil any of our top fives, please.
Okay. That looks like it.
Cyberpunk.
I don't
Yeah.
think that'll be out this year though.
Maybe. I
I mean,
mean,
it's possible.
It's a
Do
PC
you,
game. It
do you
can-
like Cyberpunk, Brad?
Nothing wrong with Cyberpunk.
like the setting or
Yeah, just like the whole genre
yeah?
itself.
No, I love Cyberpunk.
Okay. There's a. Hey, oh, shit. Hang on.
While you're looking for that,
Yeah, keep going.
Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13, 3. Yeah, I think we.
I'm done with Final Fantasy.
Check out this
13.
book called Storm Dancer. It was endorsed by Patrick Rothfuss.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you have read Name of the Wind, which is an amazing book.
As long as it wasn't endorsed by Orson Scott Card.
No.
By
what's
what?
wrong with Orson
It's a
Scott
Japanese cyberpunk with like mythical
tell
creatures
you
and
later.
sword fighting and
Okay.
shit. So
Card? Have you seen the screenshot for Ender's Game?
there's
Yeah,
a
I had
screenshot
to
for
see a
Ender's
screenshot.
Game.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah,
Who's the kid? Who's Ender?
some nobody.
Okay.
Wasn't it with Harrison Ford?
Harrison Ford, yeah, is his mentor.
Yeah,
I can't remember
yeah.
the guy's name.
Nice.
He looks old and.
Harrison
He
Ford
is old. He is old.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's like
Moving on.
Yeah.
he was an old and Blade Runner.
The Walking Dead.
Yes, he was not old in the 80s. That is correct.
It's
Just like I was not old in the 80s because
Brad,
I was. At
I don't know if
most
you know
3.
this. This is a life spoiler, but everybody gets old and dies. That's
No,
what
they
hap-
don't.
That's what happens.
Okay, Walking Dead Survival Instinct.
Yeah.
Developed by Terminal Reality, published by Activision. Based on the television show.
That's gonna be absolute garbage. I fucking dies in a hope it fucking dies in
Oh,
a fire.
The first person walking
and that
dead
fire
bullshit.
First person
burns down
shooter.
that studio.
That revolves
Well,
around.
that's harsh.
It's harsh, Brad.
I know.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Noel and I were talking about this at dinner tonight because this is the studio that made that Ghostbusters game,
Yeah.
and I like that game.
There was a Ghostbusters game?
Yeah, it was.
Terminal Reality has made
Yeah,
a
with
lot
all
of
the
stuff.
original actors. And the gameplay mechanics were really
Was it pretty
well
fun?
done. It was fun. My problem with they were
Nick
touting
liked
it. They were touting it as Ghostbusters 3, and it was really disappointing.
You are actually naming probably their most praised game in their
Oh,
entire
yeah, I've never played another
entire
goddamn-
like gameography, and
Yeah.
that one is often considered just to be mediocre.
I haven't played anything else in their repertoire.
Repertoire.
They have.
Not that I can think of.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Let's move on.
Yeah. How about Rainbow Six Patriots?
We don't know anything about that game.
You think
I thought the game got pushed back.
it got pushed
I
back?
heard that game.
and
might be,
Canceled.
there was a lot of.
I thought I didn't
Rumored
care
to be
about that
canceled.
game.
Not canceled, but there was rumors that it was canceled, but they've confirmed that it's still in existence, and they were kind of retooling it because there was some controversy surrounding the concept of the game, which has me a little worried because
You shoot.
no, because you play as a terrorist, or you play part of the game as a terrorist because you're pitting two sides against each other, but you're playing.
You're playing as a
you're
domestic
playing a character on both
domestic
sides.
terrorist who
Yeah.
goes against the U.S.
Yeah,
government.
so you play
right?
as the Rainbow Six team, but you also play missions as a member of this terrorist organization, and you do some.
Oh no!
Interesting. Here's a game I'm excited about.
Young people freak out. About
Amnesia, a machine for pigs.
stuff like that. Oh yeah.
Also on my list.
Oh, that could be good.
Yeah.
Also, what is Frictional working on? Who knows?
I don't know.
Wait, are they not doing a machine for pigs?
They're assisting with it. It's actually being developed by what Chinese
Wait.
Box, Chinese Room, the guys
Chinese
who made
Room.
Dear Esther.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Another Ubisoft game. This is actually the last one I have that we haven't already mentioned. Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Yeah.
I'm sure y'all aren't super excited for it,
Nope.
nope.
but I hate being
really-
the only one at the table that's excited about some things.
Hey, I used to be about into Splinter Cell.
Back when it
Whatever.
was super stealthy and everything.
Well,
That
we're sort of
shit was
just
awesome.
popping around, naming some things. I guess we sort of passed it up when we were talking about like handhelds or whatever. I'm excited. I have a 3DS now. I'm excited for Animal Crossing, a new Leaf.
Oh, really?
I really like
Wow.
Animal Crossing.
That's a good game.
And
I
I sort of
always
skipped
like-
the one on the Wii. I haven't played one since the first DS one. I really like Animal Crossing.
You know-
I played the GameCube one. I played the DS one.
I always love Animal Crossing, and I play it for like a week, and then I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied.
Have you seen that thing on the internet, that story where this dude's mom died and they used to play Animal Crossing and he logged back into it and he'd received all these gifts from his mom who would just like way back when she was playing and shit. Yeah, it's a post with a lot of feels. Somebody in chat, pull it up. You've never seen that?
No,
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's sad, but
It's pretty cool.
Let's throw out a game I hope comes out next year. Can I do that?
I was gonna just rattle off one more 3DS.
All right,
game
fine,
we
go
haven't
ahead.
mentioned. Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS.
Yeah, could be
We're
cool.
still
Could
missing
be cool.
another 3DS game.
Wait.
That's potentially
No, I don't have it on here. What is it?
Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney.
Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Isn't there also just a plain Professor Layton game coming out as 3DS?
I don't care about that.
Also, Shin Megami Tensei 4 for the 3DS,
yeah,
and they have
yeah.
shown some stuff of that. And
I don't care about that.
It's the next real. This is the next real Shin Megami Tensei game. I mean, this is. It looks cool. You know,
Wait, so have you seen some of
it's
the
third
stuff
person,
from
but
Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney?
yeah, it's out in Japan.
It's out in Japan.
It's out in Japan, or
Yeah.
it's coming out in Japan, but it's just like large portions of Phoenix Wright, and then switches to large portions
You like go
of
back and forth
of,
and,
like, Ace Attorney-
it's really
or,
interesting though because they both games have different art styles, and so when you're playing either one, you're in that art style.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll be together, and it's the two art styles right next to each other. It's really interesting. Like when they interact.
By interesting, you mean jarring?
No,
No.
that mean jarring. It's like if Professor Layton walked into a door and he was in the courtroom with Phoenix Wright.
I mean, from what I understand, it's sort of like the stuff in between trials instead of the boring investigation stuff from Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
It's Professor Layton stuff.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
Yeah,
it does.
that
sound
sounds really good.
good.
That might make me want to get a 3DS or Steel Mix.
Arma 3. I don't know what we're interested in. It's definitely coming out.
Meh.
I guess the more interesting story there is those Bohemia Interactive guys that are still imprisoned in Greece.
Oh,
The ones who got arrested for espionage because
yeah,
they were
yeah,
taking
yeah.
pictures of a base in Greece. I believe.
they were taking pictures for research. For the game?
I think the last I read was like last week or something, but they're still in prison for espionage
Yeah.
in Greece.
Wow.
just because they were trying to
Developers
do
of
research for a game.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what they're actually doing.
That is.
I don't think they were actually spying, but I think Bohemia is but whatever. I'm sure Chris Davis knows more about that.
How about 2 PC games or 3 PC games I have here that we haven't mentioned yet? Elder Scrolls Online.
What?
No way!
Yeah, I
I will
hope
not
it's
play
good. I've never played an MMO. It would be nice to get into one. I really like the Elder
No,
Scrolls universe.
no, you don't want to get into an MMO, man. No, you don't. You do not.
you don't.
Stay away from that, bro.
Fortnite
I'm
Fortnite.
excited about Fortnite. I'm
Fortnite
really
looks cool
excited
from
for
Epic.
Yeah.
Yep.
looks
That
really
looks
cool.
really
Or what is Epic actually working on?
Yeah.
Like, what's their next big thing?
Probably tech for the next. I mean, there's probably
Well,
spending a lot of time on
sure,
the
but
Unreal
they
Engine.
got to put out a game with that. Hell, what's even going on with Epic?
Wasteland 2.
Okay,
Yes.
well, wait, don't talk about that yet, because I have a whole Kickstarter
Yes.
section, and we'll do it in a second.
Okay.
But
Sorry, bro. StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm.
who cares? Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, of course.
You may not be the
course.
only one in the room that.
Oh,
No
what's
one
that-
here is gonna.
I know, but he's been
What-
doing it for more than just that.
What's that
No,
game
that's
that's
not
being
true.
developed by the people who did Planescape Torment? And
Wait, that's another Kickstarter game.
oh, okay. Sorry.
Hold
about
on.
that.
Hawken?
Dark Souls 2. Did you want to say anything about Dark Souls 2?
I will play the shit out
Hawkins,
of Dark
I'm
Souls
excited
2.
for it.
Yes.
I'm excited,
excited
for it. I
for
I mean,
think
they've only showed a cinematic trailer, but
the thing is, I feel like they're trying to hint at like maybe an aesthetic change, not like.
I think they're trying to almost hint at like a story to the game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're going to go more of a story driven route this time, which is potentially.
we don't know much about this thing.
We're
There's a couple of quotes
speculating, Yeah.
saying
Okay,
that they're
I
going
don't-
to try to make it a
we're
little bit more
speculating,
accessible.
We're speculating.
What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean more accessible?
Yeah,
Am I panicking?
there's some
Like,
scary
oh, God.
stuff out there
Oh god.
from Famitsu. There's some scary stuff out there.
No. Dark Souls should not
Possibly an
be
easy difficulty as well.
accessible. There should be no difficulty
Difficulty.
choice. There should
I agree.
Be,
That
I
was
completely
beautiful.
It should
agree
be
with you.
fucking hard.
The moment that he
all
said the
it
word
should be.
accessible,
Pain? Yeah.
the look of panic that washed over Mike's
What if
face.
they had like hard and then easy, and when you selected easy, it was like, no, you're on hard.
Yeah, that would be great.
Haha, just
As they're
kidding.
just like yeah, just said laugh.
You can't actually click it. And
Yeah.
just like nothing happens. Okay. moving on.
Can I rattle off a few like smaller games I'm excited about, like indie games?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hawken?
no, Hawken's out.
It's out?
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, it's out.
Twice.
I'm excited about Super Time Force.
Super Time
That's
Force.
the next game from Cappy. We played it.
That does look good.
Got one of our game that shows at
PAX.
PAX, along with Quadrilateral Cowboy, which is the game from the guys who I guess recently did 30 Flights of Loving, but also did stuff like Flotilla, Atom Zombie Smasher, and
So Super Time Force is a game where
wait,
you,
well,
oh, are you going to get into it at all?
we've talked about it. I'm on Quadrilateral Cowboy now. It's sort of like a Portal game meets like hacking, where you're hacking, like you're doing lines of code to crack puzzles.
I thought you were
to
going
like
to say something else.
get through like navigation puzzles or whatever, which is pretty cool. Like
Does it teach
disabling
you
like
real
laser
hacking?
systems.
That'd be badass. if
Well,
you actually
it's like old school like early '90s hacking or
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
Like command line.
Yeah. But from what I played of it, it's really fun. That also got one of our awards. Other indie games. Oh, you were gonna. Oh, Super Time Force. We've talked about it. That's.
We talked about it on one show after PAX.
Well, that's not true. We talked about it.
We're wasting time. Just
almost
tell them-
every show at PAX.
Just
but
tell people what it is.
it's side scroll. It's like a hardcore side scrolling action game, kind of like a Contra.
Yes.
But when you die, it sort of rewinds time, and you can like pick another dude. But you're still playing along with the dude who your previous life who died, and if you actually make it to the point where he died and killed the guy before he kills your previous life, that creates a save point in that level, and you continue from that point. That's
pretty awesome.
And you can have up to like 30 guys,
Think
30
of
of your
like-
lives on screen at
Think of
once.
like the end of a level of Super Meat Boy when all your
Yeah.
Meat Boys are going at once. It's like that. So you have a bunch of you, maybe in different characters, going around doing stuff.
So you help you
Yes.
out with your shit. Yeah, that's
Yes.
pretty awesome.
It's pretty great. But it's also like just like a clusterfuck. There's just so much going
That
on.
kind of
Sounds
reminds
like-
me of Braid, where you,
that
you
sounds
get
like
your
it'd be
shatter to
fun.
help yourself.
Speaking of Braid, another indie game I have on my list here is
Witness.
The Witness.
The Witness.
I'm super excited for The Witness. It's been a long time since Braid. It's the only thing Jonathan Blow's been working on since then, and people have played it before. It's sort of like
Have?
it's yeah.
I mean, I've been following him on his website.
Like a-
but his
like a preview
website
build.
just it says pretty much
Yeah,
nothing.
whatever. Jonathan Blow, we could talk all day about Jonathan fucking Blow, but whatever. He makes good games. He made a good game, a really good game.
Yeah.
And from
love that game.
from what has been played of The Witness and described, it's sort of like a first person like puzzle game.
Yeah.
But like on this island, kind of like Myst.
Yep.
And
Does it still have that filler art style, or has he like finalized a visual style for the game?
I don't know.
Because the only thing I can
Wait,
remember of it so
Myst-
far has been like a placeholder stuff.
Kind of like
like
Myst.
picturesque, or is it just like,
It's still 3D. It's like a 3D island, but it's very like sort of obtuse.
Yeah, like the puzzles
Like-
on Myst.
yeah,
like kind of
okay.
like that. It's very
Yeah.
obscure. and-
But you're not like fucking like turning screws on a panel or whatever.
yeah.
You're like it's very like outside the box, like puzzles. Like whoa, like the answer to this puzzle were the steps I
Whoa.
took to get to this puzzle. It's stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I'm excited because I love Braden. I love how that guy thinks. I guess.
Yeah.
Spy Party could maybe the final release could make it before the end of the year. Is the
Not,
new
I'm
art
not,
style?
I'm not
gonna-
doubting. It hasn't been implemented yet. I'm not doubting Chris. I'm just saying I don't think it's gonna be coming out that soon. I mean, the game is far from where he wants it to be. At least
And that guy's
didn't
kind
you
of
play Spar Party like 3 years ago?
2 years ago.
and every night for like a week.
Yeah, I've been
in our
playing it a lot
apartment.
because the beta's available.
Okay.
So the thing is, as of today, he just released beta invites to people who
Blow him.
who signed up in September
Oh, okay.
of last year. So he's still a year behind.
Oh Jesus!
yeah. So I mean, he wants a lot in this game, and he's not quite there
He's
yet.
kind of a
From what's out there. I don't want to put words in his mouth or anything, but from what I've seen, from what's out there, he's very far from what he wants the game to be.
He seems kind of like a perfectionist.
No,
too,
he
so-
is, and that's the problem. And he said it before. If he could work on this game for another 10 years and not release it, but he knows he has to. I don't know if it's going to come out this year, and if it does, it'd be the very
The great
end
thing
of
is,
the
even
year.
while he's building it, we can still be playing it every step of the way for the most part. So he's been really gracious with
The beta?
the amount of people he's let have access to it this far ahead of its release. which is
Another
pretty
indie
awesome.
game. Another indie game we played at PAX that we really liked was State of Decay.
Ah, yes, State of Decay.
Maybe that'll hit this year.
I'm excited about that.
But also the Cave, which is the Double Fine Ron Gilbert sort of like puzzle
You
platformer.
seem pretty down on that one.
Well, I was a little down on it because of the way it
I
controls.
think you said that one blows.
But I noticed.
Well, that's what he said.
What I meant.
But technically, what he meant was
No, I'm not super excited about this game. I think the game is getting a lot of undue hype because from what I played of it, it kind of controls like garbage. And this is a game that's going to have, a little bit of platforming to it, and all the platforming felt fucking terrible. I kept missing jumps over and over again, and I was watching, looking at the faces of the developers who were sort of like watching over my shoulder, and I was just like, "Are you seeing this? I missed this jump like 10 times. I know how to play.
like,
fucking
you
video
suck. Keep
games."
going.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see. But that game definitely needs some polish. I guess another indie game is I don't know how to say it. OX10C or 0x10C.
Oh yeah.
That's the space.
When I first saw that, I thought it was a typo.
That's the the new space game that Notch is working on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
creator
I heard
of
about that.
Minecraft, where
I heard it was really
apparently
good.
you
heard
have a
it was going to
spaceship
be
and you have
good.
like the ability to code. I don't know. It's weird, but
You can
it's,
code your spaceship, right?
you can code. You have like
Because that makes a lot of sense.
you have like the ability to program like your spaceship or something like that, and I don't know.
This game's not.
It sounds-
geared
it
towards
sounds-
Nick.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy ambitious, not just ambitious from like its design, but ambitious in terms of like
Can't you
player
create
input.
could you actually
Like a
create
Minecraft.
programs
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
something,
create
yeah.
programs.
that's going to be mind blowing.
like 16-bit programs or
because
something like that.
The simple stuff. But
But still, I mean, look what people did with a
Redstone
little big,
and Minecraft.
that little
Or
big
Little Big
planet.
Planet,
Didn't some guy create like a working
Calculator.
calculator? There's some insanely
that's
smart.
not as hard as you think.
Well, I'm just saying, there's some insanely
let's be honest.
good coders out there who
It's Nolan.
I've created calculators.
probably take it to a next level.
Yeah.
I know Carlos.
You
is-
create calculators?
Binary calculators.
Dude, he sits at home in his room on the weekend and builds calculators.
I know Carlos is excited about this game, and if you
That's a lie.
Carlos is like a genius at chemistry.
no
right?
no.
That's
yeah. Fucking shut up.
Wait, is that true?
yes, he is. He's really good.
Wait,
at it.
what?
There's a
Kinda like
game
naming
that
elements?
that Carlos
Not just
mentioned.
that.
There's a game that Carlos wanted me to mention.
What's that?
And it's a game that if you've been following a lot of the early beta alpha stuff of, it looks really really cool. It's this game called Overgrowth. That it's from what they've shown, it's like this bunny rabbit fighting game.
Yeah.
And it's a
Sold.
but
Oh no,
but,
yeah, no,
but
I've
it
seen
has
it. It looks
it
amazing.
has these mechanics
Yeah.
that are unlike anything you've ever seen in a
this,
fighting game.
This
Like-
game looks fucking
like,
awesome.
it's incredible.
It really does.
It's incredible. And if you've ever seen any of the alpha footage, you're like, it's like holy shit. And it's like, yeah, they're rabbits, but like
It looks good.
this looks like a fighting system that would give something like Bayonetta or Dark Souls a run for its money, like in terms of like
Holy
it doing
shit.
like crazy stuff,
Bunnies.
Bunnies.
like lots of cool stuff with like hand to hand weapon
yeah,
combat.
you can pull up a video
Group
in
combat.
chat to
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, I think I posted videos on the blog about that a long
Yeah.
time ago, but yeah. What else you got, Nick?
You didn't mention Wasteland 2.
Okay, well
Or
no,
Star Citizen.
Well,
That's the Kickstarter.
yes,
Oh,
okay.
we haven't even started the Kickstarter
Yeah,
section
we haven't
yet?
started.
So one of the
Kickstarter
cool
section.
trends this year is all the Kickstarter games, and I think we're gonna
Kickstarter?
taste the fruits of Kickstarter's successes starting in 2013. Although FTL was a Kickstarter game, and that was glorious. That came out this year, but next year there's some cool stuff. Hopefully, is going to be hitting. You don't know because whatever. I know Nolan wanted to mention Timber and Stone, which is like this voxel based like Minecrafty type game.
It's a lot more in depth than Minecraft, in the sense that you're building like a village, a society, a castle eventually, a town, whatever.
So it's like base building,
Huh?
but it has like
There's a lot more to it. I mean, you have citizens in your area, and you can give them job classes, and you can switch their job classes. One person you can train him. You go fetch food. People need to eat because there's health. There's that. You can have somebody be like a blacksmith, and he can work at a helm, and he can craft swords and weapons,
cool.
and you can have. You don't just. It's not like Minecraft in the sense that you place blocks. You tell a guy build a wall here, and he'll build a wall, provided he has the material. You can have a guy start mining a quarry. You're just controlling all this stuff.
So you're managing a whole bunch of different.
so it's like Minecraft with like sim like city building.
Yeah, but then
Sort of.
there's almost like what's that, like almost Terraria, bringing that in, and then that, all of a sudden a goblin invasion will happen. You have to defend off goblins, and your archer, he hasn't trained enough, so his shots are missing.
That's one of the things we couldn't remember at dinner was the name of the giant arrow thingy. We kept saying barista. Ballista is what it is.
Yeah, I know.
We kept thinking barista.
Barista.
I'm pretty sure that's someone that makes coffee.
No, we didn't keep saying that.
It's a
I
female
said it
that
because I was
makes
like, I
coffee.
think it's, and I was like, no, it's not that. I didn't just keep saying it over and over. But yeah, so Bob actually did an interview with the developer of that game. You can find it on the site.
Also on the Kickstarter list, Project Eternity. That is the Obsidian developed like
Yes.
throwback like Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale type
I'm so looking forward to
type
that
game.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen much of it, but and a lot of people are hoping that this could be really cool. But it's got a lot of talent working on it from
Yeah.
people who worked on old Fallout games.
I mean, I liked Baldur's Gate and Fallout and Planescape Torment. Those are my go-to PC RPGs.
Similar to Project Eternity, I think, is Wasteland 2.
Yeah.
But this is sort of like a throwback, obviously, the sequel to Wasteland, which was the predecessor to Fallout.
Yep.
But the thing is, that's in exile, and they don't have like the pedigree that I think Obsidian has. Now they have people that worked on like Wasteland way back in the day, but I mean, I don't have as much faith in this project as maybe like Project Eternity because in exile, the last game they did was
that Hellgate? Or
no, not Hellgate. What was that? Demon's Forge. What was that game called?
Yeah,
It was
Demon's
Demon's
Forge.
Forge. Yeah.
The Hunted.
The Hunted Demon's Forge.
So I don't even
That game was
know.
poopy.
Like
I told you, like, when I was playing it at E3, one of the guys was there, and he's like, yeah, let's do this. And I was kind of like, I kind of want to go now. I don't want to leave during the demo, but I was like, I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah.
During an E3 demo.
Aw.
This is a little bit of a tangent, but one of the reasons we were like, I don't want to see this anymore because, like, on the other side of their booth, they were showing off Prey 2 for the first time.
Oh.
And Prey 2 is a game I would love to see come out this year.
my God.
Because that was our game of the show, that E3.
Because
and
it looks amazing.
it looked fucking amazing. And, there's a lot of turmoil.
I can't tell you how many times I have watched that trailer. There's the cinematic trailer they showed us.
It's so good.
And yeah, I just rewatched it probably 4 or 5 times in this
But,
past year.
even more amazing was the gameplay they showed us. That was essentially that trailer.
Yeah,
You
pretty
think
much.
you think that'll
in
drop?
gameplay form.
That's awesome.
What is what are they working on right now that would prevent them from like re?
Well, no, there's a lot of like management issues there.
Yeah.
Like there's rumors that they took
Problems with the company.
that Human Head, the studio that that is created Prey 2 and they did the previous Prey game, that they're no longer even working on
they're
it
working
anymore.
on Rune or something,
Well,
a sequel to Rune, possibly.
I mean that I think they asked people on like Facebook or something if they would be interested in it. I mean, they're not working on another Rune game. That would be cool, but yeah, they did the original Rune, which was cool.
It'd be really cool. I mean, I have a feeling when that game reemerges, if it does reemerge, it'll be by a different developer. I'm really interested to see who that lands on.
There's rumors for a long time that the game was canceled, and I really hope it.
But they keep making a point to come out and say it's not canceled.
Yeah.
That's
they
because
do
people
keep
are
saying it's
flipping the fuck out when they say it is.
Because it'd be horrible.
And that should be a sign to them. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at this point, I don't think it's going to be canceled. I just think it might not resemble what we
I
saw
hope it
before.
resembles what we saw, and if
Yeah.
not, I hope it's better because what we saw was great.
Real quick, a few other Kickstarter projects. Shadowrun Returns was a game that got funded. I would like to
I
see
know
more of
someone
that
who's
because
gonna be
Shadowrun's really
excited for
cool.
that.
Double Fine Adventure, of course, got funded. Maybe that could
Yeah.
be kind of cool. It should be coming out this year.
Is that this year?
Well, it was supposed to be like last year, but they pushed
Oh,
it back.
yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
sorry,
it'll definitely
yeah.
come out this year.
Hope so.
Republique, which was the Ryan Payton, like he started the studio.
Oh, yeah.
And it was originally going to be iOS, but it's also coming to PC. It's sort of like I guess you have to watch some of the video of it, footage of it, but this is Ryan Payton who worked on like Metal Gear Solid 4 and like I guess Halo before he left 343 to do this, and it kind of looks like kind of like Lifeline meets
Lifeline?
like I don't even know how to describe it, but what they showed of it looks really cool.
Yeah.
And it just barely made its $500,000 goal, I think, when at the end of their Kickstarter. But from what they showed, it looks really cool. Seems like lots of potential. Also, Goddess, Godus. That's the new God game from Peter Molyneux that just recently got funded.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah, but this is channeling Populous or whatever. This is a new God game from him, and I guess God games are what he's always excelled most at. If you like Black and White and Populous, but I think there's some potential there.
Did you hear about the sequel to The Ship?
I heard about. I heard much of it.
You know, The Ship that the
Yeah, I know
the,
what
the
The Ship
multiplayer game similar to Spy Party, where a company bought the rights to the game. And they wanted to make a kind of sequel-esque.
I'm not sure.
A sequel-esque to the game. The Ship Full Steam Ahead is what they're calling it, a more steampunky type thing. And their Kickstarter ends in what's today?
The 27th?
27th? Oh, yeah, there it is. It has 32 hours left. Their goal was £128,000. I don't know what that is in real money. They currently have £18,000. So they are short £110,000.
That's nothing. Did you hear about that Kickstarter that
I backed it, so with some amount of pounds. Like I said, I don't know. I think
well, you'll get those pounds back.
at 12 pounds, I think,
Did-
whatever that is in real money.
Did you hear about the Kickstarter that missed its goal by like $18 or some shit?
Yeah, I did hear about
ridiculous
that.
number like that,
Yeah.
and it was in like the tens of thousands of their goal or some shit like that, and they missed it by like $17, and they don't get any of that money.
Nope. If I was them, I would have been like, "Oh, let me just, I'll pay it."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because I mean, you remember these people, you don't get charged until
it meets
Yeah.
its goal.
until the end of the time period, and if like I guess some of those transactions don't go through, they don't get that funding, and if they don't hit their goal at that point, I think that's how it works.
No, it is.
They don't get any
Wow.
of that money, and that was just I forget what it was.
But it also won't charge you if it doesn't reach its goal, right?
Correct.
Okay.
yeah, something like that. Also, real quick, Planetary Annihilation. This is sort of like a Total Annihilation spiritual successor, from what I understand. If you're an RTS fan, you know what that means.
Yeah.
Also, one that I'm personally excited about, it got funded, a game called Clang, which is sort of it's a project that is being headed up by an author, Neil Stevenson, who writes these really cool, not really cyberpunk, but really cool science fiction books, and not just science fiction, but I don't know, it's an author I really like, and like he wrote Snow Crash or Cryptonomicon.
I've heard of Cryptonomicon.
Yeah.
Is it Cryptomicon?
I called it Cryptonomicon, but whatever.
I'm gonna name this show the Krypton. I can't even say.
Whatever.
I'll just go back and
Cryptonomicon.
listen to this.
He
and-
started a Kickstarter because he
Cryptonomicon.
said, I want to make a game system that simulates like sword combat like perfectly or whatever. And this is an author who's never made video games before,
Yeah.
but he has this passion to do this one thing. And the Kickstarter got funded, and I'm super interested into seeing what like comes out of it, because like
That'd be,
Like
that's
any kind of
interesting.
sword fighting, like because
What about
there's Japanese kind of
no
Bushido blade,
what about chivalry?
but there's also
no, but it's sort of like like a chivalry or like a Bushido blade or like a mountain blade, but he's trying to take it to the next level, like perfect like simulation or some sort of crazy shit like that.
wow.
And it sounds really cool.
It's going to be on the PlayStation Move.
No, well, no, I think they did mention something about move support. Maybe
I mean, that'd be the best route to go, not Connect.
Yeah, no, that was a joke.
I remember. I don't know. There's a video out there for it, but I don't. It's one I'm personally
Sometimes I
interested
think
in.
you don't understand when I'm joking, Nolan.
Sometimes I don't think you understand when you're.
Well, that's it for Kickstarter.
Touche.
That's it for Kickstarter.
Touche, asshole. Touche.
We didn't mention Company of Heroes too. I know none of us here really played much of the first Company of Heroes, but that's another THQ.
Whatever.
Is this thing actually going to come out game? But I mean, I'm interested.
Whatever happened with
It's Relic.
Band of Brothers? What is that? What was that game?
Band of Brothers.
No, not Band. Shit.
Company of Heroes.
Company of Heroes?
Are you thinking of Furious 4?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, that got canceled.
What's
right?
Furious 4?
It's. I don't think it was canceled. It was. Their.
was that Brothers in Arms?
Yeah, it was Brothers in Arms Furious 4, but the thing is, they didn't cancel it, but they're. I don't know how you retooling it.
Yeah,
but
it was kind of a group of crazy soldiers, kind of almost TF2S soldiers in a kind of
here's the easiest way to explain it.
Inglorious Bastards.
Inglorious Bastards.
Scenario.
Okay.
Kind of type
World War
deal.
II, you're killing Nazis as this ragtag group of
It looks awesome.
soldiers. It looks
Gotcha.
great. I
Looked
love the
amazing.
demo.
You like Inglorious Bastards?
God damn,
You know what's better than Glorious Bastards?
I bet he's gonna say
Django
Unchained.
Unchained. Go see it.
I'd love to. But yeah, I have a feeling that game will pop back up as something like not even called. I think they said they were dropping it. It's no longer going to be a Brothers in Arms game. I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back just called Furious 4 or something. It's a new IP, but it looks pretty cool.
Couple others I want to mention real quick.
Rattle them off, Brad.
Monster Hunter 4. Hope that comes out for the 3DS this year in the West. Total War Rome 2 could be really cool.
Isn't Dragon's Dogma 2 coming out?
No,
not
it's not
2013.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
No.
It's a Dragon's Dogma expansion.
What about Dragon Age 3?
Ooh, I forgot about that. I bet we'll see that. This
I
year.
don't know if we'll see. I hope we don't see that this year.
I
'cause
think
I
we'll
want
see
them to
it.
give
I don't
it
know
a
if it'll
little
come
time.
out this year.
Oh, we'll definitely see it, if anything.
That's like I'm predicting maybe either PAX East or
I would say
E3
E3
announcement.
probably.
Also, on
Hell, I thought they were announcing at the VGAs when Dark
Yeah.
Souls 2 started playing. I thought that was Dragon Age 3.
So did I.
yeah, me too. Hopefully on the speculation train. On the speculation train, hopefully we'll see Versus 13 this year
Jesus.
in
We've
some
said-
form.
That's another game. We've said that the past 3 years.
Maybe they were waiting for 2013.
Sorry, Final
Two other
Fantasy
high-profile
Versus 13.
sequels that I would like to see announced this year. I may be alone here, but Infamous
You're
3. I love the Infamous series. I would love to see them.
I would
announce
like
that.
to see them do something new.
Just from where they left 2 off.
That-
Yes, I
after
would
where
like
they
to see
dro-
that.
do something new or dramatically change
The thing is
that character. I
they
don't want to see another lightning dude.
I don't think they will. Did you play Infamous 2 to completion?
No. Well, what happens that there's an ending that alludes that hero not to.
There is an
Be in the next
ending
game?
there is an ending that alludes to the potential for.
And
I don't want him to have.
Think of the show
like,
Heroes.
I also
Yeah.
have a water power now.
Think of the show Heroes.
Yeah.
It opens up that door. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh, I just hope it's not Cole.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what he's saying, bro.
God damn
You're
it.
not
Do I have-
spoiling shit to say you think it might not be Cole.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to say that without spoiling the
just
ending.
let it go.
God damn
You could
it.
say that he died and I don't give a shit. Just give me another Infamous game with like a fucking water dude.
You're missing my
Or a
point,
fire
Brad.
dude.
You're missing the goddamn point, Brad.
Or
an
Captain
Earth
Planet
dude
guys.
or a Wind dude
All
or
right.
a Heart dude.
Just give
Moving
us
on.
Captain
Not,
Planet.
not a heart dude. Let fucking Telltale make that game.
Aw, Mati.
Yeah.
Nobody likes my tea.
I would like to see a Mati game from Telltale in 2013.
Oh god.
What did he ever do?
When are they gonna make a live action Captain Planet movie? That's what I want to know.
What did
He doesn't
ever
do anything. Haven't you seen that skit?
Yeah, I've
The-
seen it.
Wait, but you didn't need me?
So I was gonna say Infamous 3 and Bully 2 is one that I think
Bully would
might-
be nice.
would be nice.
I mean,
is
there's
that
been-
going to be Rockstar's next big announcement, or is it going to be another Red
Is
Dead? You know?
Bully gonna-
Are they going to go for the moneymaker, or are they going to take
Bully
a chance?
2, but now he's in high school.
The thing is, if they do Bully 2, I think Bully 2 would not be developed by Rockstar North or anything. I think it would be developed more like because I think wasn't Bully 1 developed by the team that did like Midnight Club or something? Like it wasn't their core
think so.
Rockstar team.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice. Another game in that Half-Life series.
That's not gonna happen.
Three.
I'm gonna go ahead and
That's
file
next
that.
gen.
I'm gonna
That's
file
next
that.
gen.
I'm gonna file that in the same drawer with frickin' Versus 13. I don't
Yeah.
think it's ever happening.
No, I think it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen next gen.
Are we going to finally see what Retro Studios has been working on?
Hope so.
You know, I
Maybe it's Zelda.
hey,
No.
hey, why not?
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad necessarily.
Respawn Entertainment. What are we gonna
Did
see?
y'all
what they're
like
gonna- what they're
Skyward
doing?
Sword? I never played it.
It's my least favorite 3D Zelda. I mean, I liked what I played. I finished it, but
It is an okay game.
I'm
Least-
kind of getting tired of the Zelda formula. I've been
Yeah.
doing it since I
Dude,
was...
if
Tell
you're
me
tired
about
of the
it.
Zelda formula, do not play Skyward Sword.
yeah.
Okay.
Do
you
not.
will if you're
It's
getting
more
tired
of the
now.
same in a bad way.
It will destroy it for you potentially.
Oh shit! And the indie games, I forgot to mention Octodad.
Octodad.
Carlos would kill me if I forgot to mention
Yeah,
Octodad.
it's-
Octodad.
One of the
Octodad
best
is
games
okay
I played
fun.
at PAX.
Yeah.
Super funny.
All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut to a quick break. When we
Before you do that, we can cut the break. Go
we're
ahead.
gonna come back and we're gonna do our top 5
Yeah.
most anticipated games of the year, and then we'll wrap up. So don't go anywhere.
I think now they're gonna leave.
Hey guys, welcome back. We've been talking about all the sweet games that are going to be coming out in 2013. Now we're gonna list off our top 5
Wait,
most
we have
anticipated
a
games.
few games that we
Yeah.
talked about during the break.
We
We
just
forgot to
said-
mention.
Oh yeah, Bungie's Destiny.
Oh shit!
Forgot about that.
Shit!
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain,
Are they the same game?
or are they the same? We
Are
don't
they
know.
different?
But we've
Is
talked
Phantom Pain Metal Gear Solid 5?
yes,
Is Ground Zeroes Metal Gear Solid 5?
maybe.
You know what? Bungie's Destiny. That could be like something.
What's Bungie's Destiny?
Bungie's
It's your destiny.
game with
First
Activision.
person shooter,
Yeah,
MMO,
gotcha.
guessing kind of thing.
Gotcha.
I feel like there's a bunch of other stuff we mentioned during the
Johann
break.
Sebastian's Joust.
Johann Sebastian's Joust.
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Which
Sorry, I
is a
just
really,
had that,
really
like, Sean
fun
Connery.
thing. I don't know if it's ever a game that we're gonna like play. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
you
it's
need
one of those,
7 move controllers to.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's be honest.
Just everyone bring over their move controller.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
they'll have dozens.
Let's do our top 5 because my phone's about to die and I got my
Oh,
list
God.
on there.
Why don't you go first, bro?
All right. First, foremost is Last Guardian.
This is.
Wait, hold
Wait,
on.
don't start with your first.
Start with your fifth.
five.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
think you can put Last Guardian on your list.
No, I can. I can.
And
Will.
you did.
And I did. So 5 is Beyond Two Souls.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that game. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. 4th is Last of Us. You know, Naughty Dog hasn't
Never
us
let me
yet.
down.
Exactly. 3rd is Dark Souls 2. But now that there's gonna be some more accessibility bullshit, I don't know what that's all about.
Well, this is about what you're excited about. I mean,
Yeah.
it could let you down.
2nd is Project Eternity because it seems like it's going to be the spiritual successor I've been waiting for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And of course, 1st is Last Guardian. Those
That
are my
is-
5.
That's a good list.
Yeah.
It's a good list.
Strong.
Nolan,
games.
why don't you go?
All right, I will as soon as I pull up my list. Give me a
And my phone
Any
is
day
dying.
now. All right, you know what? I'll go since my list is pulled up.
second. Oh no.
What? Don't say "oh no" and then.
You lost it.
Oh
You
no!
lost
Nolan
your
lost
list,
his top
Nolan.
5. Nolan's gonna do it off the top of his head.
No.
My number 5.
How could you do this to me?
This is gonna be really weird. Rainbow Six Patriots.
That is what?
That's weird.
It's weird, man.
You're weird,
It's
man.
weird.
No, you're a weird guy, Ace.
Weird.
I was so excited about that game. I
Weird.
love Rainbow Six. I was a huge fan of Rainbow Six.
I went
Vegas.
on your lap- No, I deleted.
No, not even before Vegas. I played it on the 64. I played it on the PlayStation 1. I played Vegas and Vegas 2. Those were great games. But I loved the premise for Patriots when they announced it. I just really hope they don't change it too much just because of the controversy. I think that's a kind of a stupid reason to change it. I think it'd be very bold of them to continue on down their original path. My number 4 is Beyond Two Souls. That game just looks really interesting. And if you know me, I like stories in games, and I think David Cage is one of the few people in the industry that really tries really hard to present stories in a really unique way, even if it doesn't always pan out the way he would like. They're always fun to watch or experience as they're going. My number 3 is DMC, Devil May Cry. Brad, this is your cue.
Oh,
My number 3 is DMC, Devil May Cry.
too high.
My number 2 is BioShock Infinite.
And your number 1 is Last of Us.
Yeah.
Oh, give me money.
My number 1
money.
my number 1 most anticipated game of 2013 is The Last of Us.
It's a good list.
Yeah.
It's Naughty Dog, man.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
No,
You know
it
they
does.
did Last of Us instead of Jack and Daxter 4. I read that somewhere.
I didn't surprise me
I'd look forward to Jack and Daxter 4.
because someone was like, "Will you make Jack and Daxter 4 for us?" And they were like, "Maybe, but take a look at this and
Yeah.
tell me what you think of this." And they looked at it and they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, let them do that.
Kind of a win-win situation.
That looks awesome."
Yeah.
So, I mean, after what they did with Uncharted, I would let them do just about anything they wanted.
To you.
Anything to you?
They could do anything they want to me.
And especially if it's Nolan North.
This is okay.
Getting
I'll go
creepy.
next.
It's getting creepy.
I'll go next, but I think this is tough for me. I think I'm gonna specifically leave off something like The Last Guardian, because we've seen so little on it, or even something like Bayonetta 2, because I really don't even think that'll make next year.
Yeah.
Since Platinum Games has so much on their plate. So I'm gonna start number 5, and I mean, it's tough. I'm really excited about number 5. I'm just gonna go ahead and say Metal Gear, not Rising, but actually Ground Zeroes or whatever the next big Metal Gear is. Metal Gear is one of my favorite franchises, and a lot of people can get kind of down on it for like weird reasons, like just because that
They
series can be
can't
really,
handle the awesome.
well, no, it's just that every fucking game in the series is so different from the last and weird, awesome in its own ways and strange in its own ways and sort of bad sometimes in its own ways.
You can't predict that series.
But it's so unpredictable,
Yeah.
Like even watching these fucking trailers, like the Phantom Pain thing, whatever the fuck that is. Phantom Pain's my number 5. I don't even know what the fuck it is, but I'm excited. Hoping that that's a current gen thing, and I hope it comes out this year. But I'm gonna put it on there, because I want y'all to know that we didn't forget about it. I'm actually really excited about it.
Yeah.
My number 4 is gonna be The Last of Us. Really excited about The Last of Us. I think it's gonna hit all the right notes. Hopefully it's I Am Alive meets Walking Dead.
oh, I just got a boner.
And sneak preview. I really love I Am Alive and The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
You might see those come up on a list soon.
We forgot to mention, we talked about this during the break, but Walking Dead season 2, I would say that's a pretty good guess.
yes,
That's going to come out this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I mean,
buy
I
the
think by the time they
subscription.
hit episode 2 or 3, they were probably like, okay, we should probably start working on the next season because this is a good thing.
I throw it on my list, but I'm skeptical. Can they do it again? Is it they gonna hit all the same notes? Is there more you can really get out of a zombie story? I don't know. They may have hit all the highs that you can. We'll see. But my number 3 is The Witness. Jonathan Blow's The Witness.
Wow.
Like, I love Braid. I love like mind fuck like puzzle games or discovery games or exploration games where you're just like, whoa, like mind blowing games. I fucking love them. And everything I've heard described of The Witness sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And
I just don't know enough about it. I mean, I wish
well,
I knew more.
okay, well, there's some there's some previews out there.
well, I haven't read them.
Okay, well, I'm saying like seek them out. Because,
Okay, I will.
because
I
they'll
will go on
excite
an
you.
adventure on the internets.
My number 2 is BioShock
Nice.
Infinite. BioShock Infinite. I've been on a media blackout since the very first trailer, and
It looks so good.
this one, I'm taking a chance on this one. Or you might not think I'm taking a chance on this one, but I think this game could either be the best thing ever or just like this horrible.
I agree. I don't think there's gonna be
failure.
a big middle ground.
Yeah.
I think it's either gonna lean towards one.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's going to have a lot of cool themes, but have mediocre shooting or whatever, kind of like BioShock. But BioShock was great, and I'm excited about this one. Probably even more so than the original BioShock.
Oh yeah.
But my number 1, believe it or not,
Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
no.
Damn.
Shit,
No.
these number one.
And it might have something to do with the fact that Revengeance is coming out so soon. That it's like I already have it. I'm not going to put it on my list, right?
We're all leaning in closer, like, oh, to tell.
No, my number 1 is actually, because I like what they did so much, is actually Cyberpunk.
Oh,
It,
okay.
by
you only think that'll be out this year?
yeah, I think so. Hope so, but maybe by the end of the year,
Maybe if we're lucky, I think a Q4
Yeah.
like December release or something.
The Witcher and The Witcher 2 are amazing.
They really are.
Are amazing games.
I
CD
wholeheartedly
Projekt Red, they understand like I think so many things that other game developers don't.
Yeah.
And I have really high hopes for this because I love the setting, and
I think it's gonna be like a Blade Runner kind of.
it's an RPG. I really have no idea. Like, this thing could be anything, but to me, it's the most exciting thing that's on the horizon right now. That could really just
I think a lot of that.
Shock
I think
a
a
lot
lot
of
of that
people.
might have to do with the fact that we just don't know anything about it yet.
but I mean, you know what it is, and you know who's making it, and to me,
That's
that's
enough.
that's the most exciting thing.
No, it's definitely exciting. I'm very, very excited for that.
I forgot about that game completely. I'm changing my number 5 to that game.
Wait, what are you booting off?
Last Guardian.
The Beyond 2
The
Souls.
Last Guardian.
Beyond 2 Souls.
Okay, fair enough. Good list. Good
The
list.
Witcher 2 was, it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So
Touche. You might see that on a list.
Carlos, you can't say that in chat. Close chat now. What are you doing?
What did he say?
You're just egging them on, you idiot.
Oh
I
God,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't want to know what he's
what?
Don't worry. So that's the show.
Is it?
Oh, have you not gone yet?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. How does it feel, motherfucker? How does it feel? Okay, go Nolan.
All right. So number 5 is Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney.
Nice.
I'm really excited about that game.
For a platform you don't even have.
Exactly. That might make me buy a 3DS.
My number 6 was Fire Emblem. It made me buy a 3DS.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. My number 4 is Metal Gear Solid Rising. Or Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
I'm going to open my Zone of the Enders tonight and play that demo because I said I was going to do that weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm excited for the game. My number 3 is BioShock Infinite. I've been on Media Blackout since the second trailer. Especially when they released that first 5 minutes, and I follow Sean Elliott, and he was like, if you want to play this game, do not watch this. And I was like, okay, Sean Elliott.
Touche.
My number 2 is The Last of Us. I'm really excited about that game. Like you're saying, Naughty Dog's never let me down. I've loved all of their games. I'm super excited about this one. Very excited. And my number 1, anybody guess? It's a game unlike any
Spy
I've ever
Party?
played. No, I don't think Spy Party's coming out.
Oh, yeah,
this
that's right.
year.
You're right.
Wait! Someone vamp.
Star
Someone
Citizen?
bet-
No.
Isn't that Star Citizen's coming out in 2014?
Oh.
They've
Yeah,
already said it.
that's why.
I've
Okay.
backed it, and I've gotten 50,000 emails from them. Yeah, I know it's coming out in 2014.
Nolan's-
I'm excited about that.
Nolan's number 1 is Spelunky 2.
It is not, but that would be amazing. Could you imagine if they came out with Spelunky 2? Oh, I would be excited for that.
Nolan's number 1
Bayonetta 2.
is Amnesia.
No, it's not. Amnesia.
Oh, his number 1 is Grand Theft Auto. Did no one put Grand Theft Auto on their list?
I mean, it's about being hyped for it, and I know I'm going to like that game, but I'm not as excited as these other ones.
I'm sure.
Number one-
the hype
It was like my number 6. Grand
The
Theft
hype
Auto
will hit
5.
me. At
Watch
like,
Dogs.
No, I don't think it's coming out this year.
Dark Souls 2.
Nope.
Crisis 3.
Nope.
Dead Space 3.
Nobody got it.
Octodad.
Quadrilateral Cowboy.
No.
Super Time
It's
Force.
something I know I'm going to love.
I feel like you're hinting at something.
Last Guardian.
What, is,
That's
what game had love
South
in it?
Park and the Stick of
Park and the Stick of Truth.
That's
I
right.
am so excited about this game. It has everything I love in games. I love RPG games. I love the fighting. I love stats. I love level up, and I fucking love South Park. I am so excited.
He is not lying. He does love South Park.
I don't think there has been a day in the past year that I have not used some sort of South Park quote.
It's like
I love that show.
that is also true.
And like you're saying, like they had that Broadway musical. I've probably listened to the soundtrack of that musical like 15 I've
Awesome.
never seen a single Broadway show. Oh, I saw Avenue Q. But then besides that, I had never seen a single one. I waited in line in 7-degree weather for like 4 hours to see that musical when I was in New York with Bernadette. I love Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
He loves them both equally.
Yeah. I'm excited.
But
Double
okay,
Dutch.
well, we all have a collective, I guess. We agreed on this earlier, but we have a collective that's on top of all of our top 5s, and that's Modern Warfare 4,
Exactly.
which will inevitably be coming out at the end of the year. We can't wait.
I'm gonna guess November 11th.
The
or 12th
multiplayer is going
release
to be
date.
sweet. There's all kinds of points and
It's
bros.
going to be amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening to the 2013 preview show.
Episode 299 of Four Player
$2.99.
Podcast.
Holy fuck, guys!
By the way, let me go ahead
$299.
and before we close this out, I just gotta go ahead and plug this. Next, okay, so here's the deal. We are gearing up to record all of our Game of the Year, End of the Year stuff. So next week there will be no podcast, but the week after that, on Tuesday, regular recording time, we will hold our 300
So January 8th.
January 8th, 2013. We will be recording episode 300 of the podcast. It's going to be what I've been calling a mailbag special. Entire show, we're just going to do nothing but answer viewer questions from you guys. You can submit, there's a forum thread. Just go to 4playernetwork.com, click on the forums, click on the 4-Player Podcast section, and it's a sticky thread at the very top. You can leave your question in there. You can email it directly to me at nickhenderson@4playernetwork.com, or you can even leave it on our Facebook page. I'm going to be pulling questions.
Fourplayerpodcast.com is your email.
They both work.
Oh, they reroute? Okay,
Yes.
cool.
A reroute. So you can do that. You can leave it on the Facebook page. However you want to get the question to us. We'll be going through as many as we can in, 2.5 hours.
Yep.
You can ask us anything. I mean, we'd prefer video game related questions, but if you want to get creative with your question, ask it. We'll have fun.
We'll be answering 300 questions. Not really.
It will be. I just want it to be fun.
Go.
So if you have some interesting questions, we'll answer them.
Ask fun questions.
Ask us a fun question. I don't care.
Like would you rather lose an arm or a leg?
Yeah, ask us shit like that.
Neither.
It'd be fun.
Neither.
Of course, if you have a video game question, you want to know our opinion on something video game related, of course, ask it. For every question we answer, we will put your name in a hat. At the end of each segment, we'll be drawing names, giving out Steam codes.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
One horse-sized duck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brad on this one.
Yeah, no, I agree. The horses bite really hard, and there's
But a
bunch of them.
horse-sized duck would be huge.
But if you
Probably more aggressive too.
yeah, but if you can
I'd
take
go
out
with 100
but it doesn't have teeth. It just has a
horse-sized
beak.
ducks.
And
You
I
can
mean-
kick the horse.
You go with 100 horse-sized ducks?
No,
Holy
no,
shit!
No.
Wait,
Just
100
say-
duck-sized horses. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
That's
That
the worst choice.
That was like
I go with one duck-sized duck.
Because no, if you could somehow tame that
ride
horse-sized
it
duck,
around.
you could have a flying machine that you only have to feed grass and big pellets.
And you can make giant omelets.
Oh yeah.
See, this is the kind of shit I want on the 300th podcast. So
Not all stupid shit.
January 8th will be our 300th podcast. Please get us your questions. You can do it anytime between now and the 8th, or probably a couple days before the 8th. So I'll be going through them early.
Yeah.
So do that as soon as you can. The week after that, which will be the 15th of January, will be our standard 2012 award podcast.
Yep.
So we'll
Standard.
Well,
you mean
what we usually-
exciting, fun-filled.
Extravagant new.
our award 2012
Super.
award extravaganza, if you will. We'll be going through all of our award categories, naming the games of 2012 that win all of our fun awards. There'll be one podcast for the main show, one podcast for Cocktail Time, and then we have a bunch of video content that'll be going up over the next month or two for our top 10 list, which would be cool. So that's what you have to look forward to. Mike, thank you for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Are you
As
excited for
always.
2013, sir?
Yes, I am. I'm super excited for 2013.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is the year that's
That is-
about to happen.
that is
That's
the
the
year
one
that's
that's
about to
coming
happen.
up.
Yep.
So once again, 4playernetwork.com is the website. Please find us on iTunes, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. And
Please.
oh my god, that was weird. And with that, I guess we'll wrap it up, and we'll see you
Last Guardian
every night.
2013.
Broadcast games at 4pp.tv.
Oh shit, we forgot something.
Well, I'm sure we did. We probably forgot a lot of stuff.
The Final Fantasy 14 reboot.
Yes.
I'm actually gonna try that game.
Nick
by
and
the
I
way.
are gonna start a link
Oh
show.
man, I was
Y'all are
making
gonna
a-
try it as soon as you have to start paying for it?
I was making a joke.
No, we got to get the beta. Dude, we're gonna start a 4PP link show.
We got this. Mike and I
Y'all
got
have fun
this.
with that.
Yeah.
Oh, we will.
Okay.
We will. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you
Bye,
not
guys.
next week, but the week after that.
It's 34 degrees outside now.
Shit.